What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, bro?
Bro, we won last night, man. I feel great, bro. I feel great. How are you doing today, by the way?
We're back.
Come on, man. 2-1 on top of the North. Feeling good. Feeling great. Yeah, it was a good weekend, man. It was a great weekend. Great weekend, man. Life is great right now, baby. How are you, though, man? I love the vintage Pens jersey. Salute you on that.
Thanks.
The look is growing on you. It's becoming more and more natural now. I'm not as like surprised when I see you with the fresh cut. So
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? Like it's
Understood.
yeah. I like it though. You know what I mean? So it's just a vibe, babe. And then we did finally get your boy getting the multi-pass touchdown game. Check that off the list of him. You know what I mean? So yeah, baby, come on, man.
I told you this
It's
was
a
the
vibe,
game.
bro. It was a vibe, man.
If there was ever going to be a game, this
Get
was the
right,
one.
gang. Let's go. Let's
was.
go. Get right, baby. And we did get right. Across the board, man. Across the board. Like, I can't wait. We're going to dive into this thing, obviously, man. But
There's people complaining. Trust me.
it's always people complaining. Deke, you know that, man. They're going to complain if they don't do it. They're going to complain if they do it. They just going to complain to complain. Some people are just miserable.
I think
we
that
we
was
ain't
such
gonna
a
let
solid game all around.
Come on, hey.
There's room for improvement, sure, but that was
Yeah.
a solid win. Solid team win.
Deke, me and you both would agree. After what we saw in the first 2 weeks, how do you not feel good about what you saw last night, man? Like, that was when we talk steps in the right direction.
Everyone's trying to say the Raiders suck, though, now.
Oh,
they're-
my
they're
God.
such
Give it a
bad
rest.
team.
Give it a So Devontae Adams sucked?
No,
Okay.
Far from that.
Max Crosby sucked too?
No.
It's like, what we talking about here, man? What we talking about? I mean, it did go like how we said, though, if you think about the main characters. So, yeah, man.
It's just unfortunate the refs did everything to try to get the Raiders back into that
I
one.
mean, it's the NFL, baby. Refs going to make calls regardless, man. You know that. Yeah.
The NFL headquarters called. It's either they NFL headquarters
Well,
called in.
it's Buffalo Wild Wings, bro. I'm convinced. It's
That could have
Buffalo
been
Wild
it.
Wings.
Buffalo Wild Wings or the NFL headquarters called in the refs. This is getting out of hand. Let's make it close. Or the refs had Raiders money line, or the refs were on the Raiders payroll. Those are
Question.
the only three explanations.
What was did the spread cover? Did it cover? That's the real question. 'Cause
No, the Steelers were dogs. I'm pretty sure.
You're right. They were down 2.5. Yeah, 2.5 points. Because I was wondering at the end, I'm like, maybe this field goal is some type of like backdoor cover. Maybe that's what I'm missing here. But no backdoor cover. Just
Yeah, I was surprised at that.
that.
I thought they were gonna go for it.
But everybody crucified Matt Canada. He ain't made that decision just yet. I haven't seen him do that one. He's done a lot, but he ain't done that one just yet. That one right there, that was. Oof, I'm still trying to figure that one of like, all right, this is why you.
They put it all on the defense to get one stop. That's really what it was. They thought maybe we were gonna be too conservative on offense, just run it 3 times and then punt it.
That still doesn't change the scenario though of if you're going for it right then and there. Even if you don't get it,
And were they down 8?
Yes,
You're
it was
down
the
a
exact
score.
scenario
Yeah,
regardless.
exactly.
Yeah. You still had to score a
It
touchdown.
didn't make sense to me. I was just trying to
Right.
think through what McDaniels was
Deke,
going through in
which
his
one
mind.
is
I don't
harder?
know.
Deke, is it harder to go 90 plus yards or is it hard to go like, let's see if it's a touchdown, you get it to 25, 75 plus yards. You know what I mean? I'm going to make him go 90. 90 just seem a lot harder. But we ain't there just yet. On a lighter note, how was your weekend though, bro? I ain't seen you in forever, man. I don't like when I don't get to see you, Deke. It make me uncomfortable.
Really?
It's only been a couple of days, but yeah. I'm a creature of habit. You know what I mean? When things aren't in order, I'm like, whoa. I don't like that.
Sure.
Yeah.
My weekend, Friday. Yeah, what did I do? Oh, I went to the Pitt game. I was at Pitt UNC.
Oh.
As
Drake May and
as UNTG are massacring my phone.
I totally forgot about that game.
Yeah, I saw the
I
left-handed throw.
totally forgot about that. He did do a left. It looked pretty cool on the highlights. It looked kind of like Tua. You know, Tua was out there throwing with the offhand. Maybe Drake May inspired Tua. Yeah. Drake, yeah. How'd you feel about...
Drake May's good. I think he's good.
I always love to hear like, yo, after the fact, like...
I think he's
So,
legit.
yo, he's good. He's good.
Yeah, there's some players you got to see in person, like Sam Howell.
Yeah.
Whenever he played
Yeah.
Pitt back in college, I didn't think he was all that.
I would agree with you. Yeah.
I thought Pickett was the better quarterback.
I would agree too.
With Drake
yeah.
May, I think he's deserving of the number 2 overall pick. He's pretty legit. Here's the thing, though. Here's the sad truth of the matter. If Jerkovich doesn't get hurt, we might have won that game. We were playing pretty good in the first half. Yeah, he was having an awesome game. He got hurt, so the backup had to come in. And then the backup quarterback just wasn't as good as I thought.
Because you said you wanted the backup to be the starter over Djokovic.
Well, that's because Djokovic was playing so bad. He had a really good first half. He played good.
Okay.
It was a back and forth game.
What did he get hurt with, anyways? Because like I said, I was watching.
I don't know. I didn't even see it. I just saw the backup come out in the second half. I'm like, what's going on?
Got you.
And I was kind of excited to see the backup, but then a little disappointed just because Djokovic was playing legitimately good. Like, we were moving the ball.
No, respect.
He was making some good plays, but then, the second half just got out of hand.
For us, bro, it was the craziest tale of two halves as well. Deke, we go into halftime. I believe it is 35-10.
You're up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Life is great. Everything is perfect. Deke, we came in that third quarter and it was like we forgot how to play football. You remember in Space Jam when all the talent got sucked out of the place and they still went on the court and was like, that's what it looked like in the third quarter?
Yeah.
Because, bro, they found a way to ultimately score like 30-something points in that quarter. It was the most ridiculous thing ever. I thought we was about to get, we'd be one of the memes where it's like, oh, man.
Freezing cool take.
Yeah. Luckily, we was able to button up our last two series, get 2 picks, get a long touchdown drive, and end it. But, yeah, it was kind of crazy, man. It was that. I'm just sitting here like, now we can't cover nobody? You know how Devontae looked? Devontae Adams looked, right? They had a receiver that was doing that to us as well. Yeah, he had like 170 on his bro. I'm like, where did you come from, man? Yeah, it's insane. Yeah, but the whole game, they ain't throw some all game until the third quarter. And it's like, oh, all right. That's the guy that nobody can cover out here today. Gotcha. Yeah, it was a bad feeling. But we almost kind of like Levi Wallace, man. Our corner kept fighting. And he actually low-key ended up with some fire interceptions on the stat sheet. We like, bro, salute you. I don't know how you did that one, but it looks way better than what it was when we was watching. I don't know how my man ended with it, but it worked. Kind of like when we talked Levi today. It's like, it worked.
Yeah, as time goes on, those 2 interceptions are going to be the things sticking to the stat sheet on your Pro Football Reference page.
Yes, I'm like, hey, it don't matter. It works.
So if you can add a few more as the season goes on,
had 4 last
he's
year.
definitely going to get opportunities.
Come on,
because
bro.
It's obviously quarterbacks and opposing offense is going to be picking on him.
Facts, bro.
But yeah, if he ends up with like 4 or 5 on the season, it's like, oh man, Levi Wallace had
back-to-back
years
right.
where he had 4 picks and he had like 5 or 6 this year.
You ready? Underrated? That's what let's go to. Underrated? Is Levi Wallace underrated? Look at his analytics. Is he the best corner? Is he the number 1 corner? That's how the convo gonna go. Even though we all know what we was watching. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, tough performance for him.
Yeah, but we're gonna talk about. We'll talk about it, man. We'll definitely talk about it.
And good performance.
Yeah,
I mean, mixed bag for both corners.
Absolutely,
Levi
man.
and Pepe.
Absolutely, babe.
That's how it's been all season with those two, really.
So yeah, like I said, man, definitely was a vibe with that, man. And trying to think, man. Outside of that, what did I do this weekend, bro? Oh, I was out of town. I went to go see my uncle, man. He got inducted into his high school Hall of Fame, man. Little running back action, man. Shout out to my Uncle Jimmy Thomas, my uncle-in-law. You know what I'm saying? On my wifey side, but that's my guy right there, man. So yeah, that was a fun time, man. But yeah, all my teams took care of business this weekend, man. So it was a vibe. It was a vibe, baby. Clean sweep.
I got 1 or 2.
Yeah.
50%.
Yeah. Now, I did one final question before we start the show, like how we always do.
Well, you know what, too? I actually have some weekend observations if you want to hear some.
I do want to. Let me ask you this first, though.
Okay.
You talked about being 1 and 2 because you said you won 1, you dropped 1, right? All good.
Yeah.
Does TG count your loss as an extra win for him? Because I was peeping how he sent the text, and it was like West Virginia won, and then it followed with Pitt loss, and I'm just like, did those two are they?
Yeah, I don't even pay attention to West Virginia anymore.
I wasn't sure how that worked, but he definitely, it was like boom, boom. So yeah, I just wanted to ask you ahead of time, just so I could know a little bit better, man.
I don't know if it's a rivalry with me type of thing where he's doing that, or if like he never knew me. Would he be keeping tabs on Pitt like that?
Okay, because
I don't know. I don't know. You tell me. You know him better than me.
It caught me off guard. I was like, oh, all right, Pitt caught it straight. Dang. I was good. I woke up, bring up Pitt until he put it in. I'm like, eh. All good though. All good, man.
Yeah, this might be a rebuilding year. They played good. Yeah, I'm telling you. First half while Djokovic was in, we actually played good.
Yeah.
that should have been like a one-score game. Came down to the end, but yeah, backup was bad. Below was bad. Ball
It'd be
security
like
was
that,
an
bro.
issue.
It'd be like that.
But he might get a chance this week if Phil can't go.
Okay.
So
We
we'll
gonna
see what
find out.
we'll see what he does with a full week of prep.
Yeah, we shall find
Virginia
out, man.
Tech, prime time. Yeah, they keep throwing us in prime
I hope
time.
y'all score 100 on them. I hope y'all score 100 on them.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Absolutely. I like it, man. But if you ready, I'm ready, man, because we got plenty that we're going to dive into from last night's performance, baby. Steelers in prime time taking care of business. So with that being the case,
Wait, do you want to hear these weekend
I
observations?
do. So thank you for cutting me off because I was
We can do
definitely
them
about
after.
to.
We can do them whenever.
Man.
We could do them never either. I just had them as an extra
Deke,
thing in case we
Deke,
needed it.
You were prepped. Let's do it, man.
So again, for these Deke's weekend observations,
All right.
I'm just gonna rattle off these little bullet points that I have.
Mhm.
You react however you want. Maybe I'll add on to them a little bit,
All
but
right.
just quick, you know.
All right.
Little
Let's
rapid
do it.
fire.
Let's do it.
Didn't think the Chiefs could get any more annoying. They did.
Swear. Oh, my gosh.
I've
Swear.
had it.
All right, I get it. Taylor Swift was at the game. I get
I've
it.
had
Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are talking. I get it. But bruh, yeah,
I've had it.
that was a bit much, bro. That was definitely a bit much for me. Yeah, I'm with you. Shout out to Kelce though, bro. Shout out to Kelce.
Speaking of that game, Bears games should not be televised anymore. Period. Unless they're going up against your local team. So Chicago can get the game, but if like the Bears are playing the Steelers, we get to watch it around here.
Hey, yo. He said that's a YouTube TV exclusive and exclusive only. They don't get regular TV or primetime TV packages no more. Just put them on their local broadcast.
They are literally
bro.
unwatchable.
Yeah,
they are
put them
so
on their local
bad.
broadcast. You are funny, bro.
The Jets should also be in consideration for this as long as Zach Wilson is their quarterback.
No, man. Robin Saleh believes in him, man. He believes in him, and I don't believe in him, so I just loved it. I just want to see where this ends. Yeah.
Tua is better than Trubisky. I will admit it.
Yes, Tua look kind of high. We're gonna find out though. Don't worry, Deke. It could have been the matchup last week.
I don't think the Broncos are that bad.
Well, see, we're gonna find out. That's all I'm saying. We're gonna find out because like I look at the Broncos and Broncos versus Commanders, it was what 35-33. I look at Bills versus Commanders, it was 38-3.
Right, for a second, I didn't think the Commanders were that bad.
So
Yeah,
I do not know what that
I thought
Broncos
Sam Howell
team
might have
is.
actually been good.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know what that Broncos team is. I don't know what that Commanders team is. I don't know what Sam Howell is, or even that D-line all the way is. I thought the Bills O-line was a little shaky, and that was not the case versus the Commanders. So I don't know. I got to find out what Miami is. Because Miami looked crazy putting up them 70 on them. I haven't had a chance to look at the game, though. But they said even the backup running back was cooking.
I was right about the Jaguars' rough start.
Ooh, fact, you did call it. I thought Trevor didn't play when my wife told me to score that Texans game, bro. I'm driving back, and she's like, yeah, you know the Texans did it. I'm like, huh? No, say that again? Hold on, babe. Say it one more time.
Yeah.
Let me see the box score.
That fullback return for a touchdown helped.
It'd be like that.
That was crazy.
It'd be
He had
like
some
that.
juke moves.
Yeah, he did, bro.
Ravens are the luckiest team of all time and finally had their luck run out.
I swear, I was about to say, because they should have backdoored. They should have backdoor won that game, too, bro.
I can't.
You know they should have backdoor won the game. It was filthy. I'm with you, though.
There were many times the Colts should have won.
Uh-huh.
But I felt like the game shouldn't have even been close going in
Yep.
with the Colts not having Anthony Richardson.
But it was Gardner Minshew, though. You know he can get high.
Yeah, I'll give him props because that was the main game I was watching for the 1 o'clock slate. And Minshew didn't play bad.
Yeah.
He kept them in it. But I'm telling you, the Ravens, they are consistently over the last decade.
Yes.
They are.
Yes. 1,000%.
They are
right.
a solid team, but
They
they're also a
find a
trash
way.
team.
Yes.
But there's no doubt they are probably the luckiest team
They
in the NFL on a year-to-year
always
basis.
find a way. And I'm just
finally
like,
the luck
how,
ran out.
bro?
Finally.
How? Swear. And even with the luck running out, the 61-yarder still was right down the center. I'm just like,
I thought it was it.
I swear.
And that's what made me mad because Lamar almost threw a pick the pass before.
Yes.
And then he needled one in
Yes.
perfectly
On the-
to
on
get
the-
it
on
to
the
a
rope.
61
On the
field
rope,
goal.
bro. On the rope.
61-yard field goal.
Yeah, I don't know how it would be happening like that, bro.
My God.
Yeah. What else you got, man? What else you got?
Kirk Cousins doing things.
He was cooking, man. Then ultimately forced it. I want to say he forced it. It was a bad scenario at the end. I would have liked to have seen him stop, call a timeout. But unfortunately, they did not. And yeah, you take a shot at the end zone, but Kirk went stupid out there now. Now they over here talking about some shit, the Jets trade for Kirk. No, Kirk is about to go get paid again this offseason. Don't y'all worry about it. Kirk don't need no help. Let Kirk cook. Kirk go get another fully guaranteed contract this offseason, Deke. Just watch. Just watch. You know it's the truth. Just watch. Yep. Just watch. He is about to get another check. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. But he is... I'll give him credit. He's playing solid this year. The 0-3. I'll put it to you this way: the 0-3 record that the Vikings have is not on him. Mm-hmm. Now, I obviously still have questions about him late in the season, primetime playoffs and whatnot. But you cannot put that on Kirk Cousins. He's playing very valiantly this year. I'll give
respect.
Him credit. Also, players doing things. Dobbs and James Conner.
Shout out to my dog, Dobbs, man. I did get a chance to watch that one. I actually had to go post that one on the IG. I felt good about that one. It was kind of like, I felt like an alumni again. You know, when I was watching Dobbs and I was watching Connor out there, I was like, you know what? I said, great. Look at our team out there. Look at our quarterback, man. That's our Josh Dobbs.
Well, you can claim that.
You know, that's my guy.
In a way.
That's my guy.
Your third squad.
Technically, you know, technically. But that's my guy, though, man. So I was super hyped to see Dobbs cooking. Because he should have won last week, and they tricked it off on defense. So I was glad to see that ultimately he was able to get the final, you know, and get the dub like that. And it was the head-to-head against Dak, you know. Big dog Dak with the Dallas Cowboys, Micah Parsons, the defender and all. You know, they talk about Micah Parsons and all that other stuff. It did not matter. Dobbs was out there doing what he needed to do, man. And shout out to Connor.
Yeah, maybe Cardinals will be a frisky team this year.
You never know, man.
Because Cowboys are supposed to be, I know they lost Diggs, but they're still supposed to be a top 10 defense.
Seriously, they still got Gilmore out there. You still got the pass rush.
All right, one more. Steelers should rock black pants like Iowa did versus Penn State last weekend for like away jerseys.
Oh, white up top, black now.
Yep.
Dude, so
we would just use our color rush pants,
then, right?
Yeah. It was hard. It looked pretty good.
I need to see it. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen it.
That's a suggestion I have for us.
Okay.
But, yeah, those are my weekend observations.
I like it. Well, you know I'm down for any, you know, when we...
Oh, Jordan Love showed me something, too.
I was a little bit impressed by him as well, man. I like his little sideline run, too. I was like, all right.
To be down that bad? Mm-hmm. Lead the comeback?
Yeah. Trying to think, was there anybody else? So, you weren't impressed by the Bills? That's crazy. You talked about all the team, you talked about the Bills? You expected it?
Nah, I think Commanders might be that bad.
See, you expected it. It's cool. All right, I got it. Because the week before it was only a 5-point game, 2-point game, something like that. So I just ain't know. Yeah.
Did they play again? No.
It was the Broncos last week. Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the Commanders?
Yeah.
I thought you meant the Bills because they smoked the Raiders last week.
Yeah. I mean, you know they getting a little rhythm right now. We trying to at least. But.
Nothing to note from that game.
Okay.
Outside of Sam Howell being bad.
All right. Well, it could have just been the opponent though. Kind of like what we might talk about today, because I know people gonna try to take that approach with us today. You know they gonna try that today. We ain't gonna let them try that, but they gonna try that today.
They already are. I know that for a
fact.
They
gonna try.
I've seen the comments.
They gonna try, Deke. I'm ready. I took my Band-Aid off, Deke. My fingers healing up. I'm ready for war with you today. All right. We in the lab, man. We gonna get saddled up on them. All right. So if you got any more of your thoughts? You got any more observations?
That was it for the weekend.
All right. Well, if you ready, man, we can go ahead and get the. All right. So yeah, man. With that being the case, let's go ahead and start the show like how we always do, baby. Let us know where you are tuning in from in the comment section so we can give you those big boy shout outs to start today's show. And don't forget to hit that like button. We see a good amount of y'all in here on the front end of this thing. And you know we're going to keep this thing rolling, so you might as well subscribe too so you don't miss out on any further episodes. And let's give them a little housekeeping on the front end while they get in their locations in. 3 shows again this week, Monday, Wednesday, but instead of Thursday, we're going to go Friday morning, all right? Just giving y'all the heads up early in the week, man. We're going to go Friday morning this week instead of Thursday afternoon. The link should already be up there, so y'all know ahead of time, all right?
Who plays Thursday night?
I am not. Isn't it Lions? I thought Lions were this week.
It is. It's not that eventful of a game.
Is it Lions Bears?
I don't think it's Bears.
Or is it Lions? I want to say it was Lions. It's definitely. I felt like the Lions play on Thursday.
Yeah, I just didn't know if we'd have maybe an interesting game to react to.
Lions all right though, bro. Morning. Shout out to Golf. Golf been cooking, bro.
I don't know if there's any impact.
You don't respect Golf?
Nah, he's fine. Yeah, the Lions should be a playoff team this year. They should be. Yeah, you're right. Lions, Packers.
Lions,
That'll be a good one. That will
Yeah.
be a good one. It's just no AFC implications.
Yeah.
But
And,
yeah, both 2-1, fighting for the NFC North.
And I think it's weird because of like where those teams are right now. Like Detroit, yes, we like the movement, but golf isn't like a big draw. Green Bay, it's like, all right, we're gonna see what Love can do, but it's not Rodgers anymore. So,
Well, yeah, and the Packers really don't have any other stars on the
right.
team.
So it feels like
On
watered
defense,
down
you
a
got
little bit.
Alexander and whatnot,
Yeah.
but on offense, those receivers really aren't that good still. Aaron Jones, he's not that big of a in terms of running backs. He's
Right.
not the elite.
Yeah.
Should be a good game.
No, well,
Should be a good game though. It just doesn't have, like you said, that big intrigue factor.
It feels like a OG Thursday night game though, low key. That's what it felt like, man.
Yeah. All right, we got Juby28
Shout out
tuning
to
in
Juby.
from
Let's
the
go.
843 St. Stephen, South Carolina.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
El Moranich 512 Austin. Hook 'em horns.
Shout out, man. Yeah. Quinn yours, man. Still doing what he's supposed to do down there, man. Let's go.
Brandon Bechtold 717 Lancaster, PA.
Shout out to Lancaster one time for the culture.
Chris Stoney prepping that 614. We got Drew Kimarowski, the 406, Big Sky Country,
Big Sky.
Montana.
Yes, sir.
Patty Mack gonna pay that $500K.
Okay.
I don't even know who's Patty Mack.
I'm trying to say it was fine. I was thinking Mahomes at first, maybe.
He
What was
doesn't
he
have a
paying?
C in his last name.
Right, but I'm like, what is he paying $500 for? Patty Mac.
I don't know who Patty Mack is.
McAfee, maybe?
Oh, that's what it is.
Is that okay?
That's what it is because he made a deal with TJ Watt. If TJ breaks the sack record this year, he's gonna give away $500K.
Yeah.
Is it to charity? I'm not sure exactly who it's to.
I did see that. You're right. You know, he definitely. I tell you, 30 is the number, bro. We getting 30 this year. We need 30.
He's on pace for 34.
Even better. 30 though.
He's averaging 2 a game right now.
Need a 30 piece, bro.
And I was saying this earlier. It feels quiet in a way, actually.
It
Or
low-key
at least
has.
yesterday's game. We'll say yesterday's game. He had a quiet 2 sacks.
Mm-hmm.
He made other impact too across the board.
That's because it was just a sack. It wasn't a strip sack, returning for a touchdown, or you know what I mean. It wasn't that.
I was saying though,
was
that's
like,
when
oh,
you
it's
know
just
you're
sack.
great.
Yeah.
It's almost like Mahomes. Mahomes could come out here, throw for 250 and 3 touchdowns. It's
He's
like,
it's all right.
Kevin Durant drops like 35.
It's a quiet
35. That felt like 20. So
quiet
TJ
30.
Watt, same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, he had 2 sacks. I don't even remember it that much.
But would you rather have a quiet 2 sacks or like a loud half? Like a loud half, you get one of them fire hits that everybody remembers, or you get the 2 sacks. But like you said, it's quiet.
No, I want the 2 sacks. I think it just goes to show how great that player is. Because it's old news now. We know TJ Watt's great.
He's nice, yeah. I'm like, yeah, just give me that because when you get to that stage, bro, you are like you talked about, bro. That's dominance.
Him and Minka. I saw
dominance, bro.
Minka's stat line today.
like,
Obviously, he
yeah,
had the
it's
sack
cool.
that got taken back.
It is cool. Yeah.
He had 11 tackles. I'm like, I
That's
guess
what
so.
Mick does. Yeah.
Sure. All right, on to the next.
Yep.
Let's talk Keanu Benton. Let's talk like some of these younger new guys.
Yeah.
Because we know how great Minka and TJ are. It's just crazy. I'll say a few more here. We got Quan 843 South Cac.
Shout out to South Kakalaki one time for the culture. Let me tap in real quick, Deke, if that's all right with you, man, because I got James Lawson the second tuning in from the 818 No Hall. I don't even know what No Hall is, but it sounds pretty cool, so shout out to you, James Lawson the second. Then after that, Iron Mike 5K tuning in from the 405 Oklahoma City. And he says, this will be my first ever Steelers game this weekend in Houston. Man, turn up. It's going to be a blast. And y'all thought Steelers Nation took over Vegas.
Takeover, huh?
Right. If y'all thought Steelers Nation took over Vegas, man, I can assure you they're going to take over Houston, man. So, yeah, you're going to have plenty of your people down there with you to hang with, baby. All right? So enjoy yourself. I got L Stiller tuning in from the 316, the ICT in Wichita, Kansas. Shout out to Wichita, by the way. And then Mike Hood, tuning in from the 614, Columbus, Ohio. And then I'm going to end it with the homie Joe Dad. Not my dad, not your dad, but Joe Dad. Tuning in from the 330, Warren, Ohio. And emphasis on the Warren because it reminds me of Jalen Warren. And might I say, I like what I see when I see him. My dog balling, man. He is balling. But,
You know how I feel.
You know how I've been. I'm with you, baby. Let's ride. Let's talk about it, man. You want to start there, or you want to start with these supers? You tell me, man.
I don't care. I just feel like Jalen Warren
Because it's gonna come up.
with all due respect.
Thank you for the with all due respect. Don't just say it.
I hate to say it. It actually pains me to say it because
Why?
I do really like Najee.
So, are feelings more important than production?
Well, that's why I said with all due respect.
Well, that's all that matters. You ain't got to apologize twice, man. The with all due respect was, I'm putting it out there with as much respect as I can, but at the end of the day, this is a business, and we are in the business of winning. Everybody goes through this. You play this game long enough, man, you go through that.
I think the offense is just flat out better when
Man.
Jalen Warren is on the field.
It doesn't matter what we've talked about, right? Protection, scheme, calls. It's the exact same calls at times with both of them dudes in there, but one makes something out of nothing. The exact same pass plays with the same defenders around. I saw Marcus Peters multiple times get Najee or negatively affect Najee with the ball in his hands. I saw him try to do the same thing to Jalen Warren. Jalen Warren scoops out of that, ends up picking up 6 yards. You like, bro, how the heck? It's the same play, though. One just moves a little different. Not saying that you don't use both still, because you still do use both because they work really well in tandem, but it is a clear difference right now. Granted, it's still early, but there is a clear difference when one has the ball in his hands, whether it's a run play, pass play. Heck, we thought protection would be the difference. We clearly seeing that that's not even the case anymore because 30 was firing on folks last night, man. Shout out to 30, though.
Yeah,
man.
I just think the offense is less predictable, too. You know how I pulled up that stat last week where when we're in shotgun, we pass it 90% of the times.
That's
and
not the case
when
with 30
we're
out there.
Yeah, it doesn't feel that way.
But
I swear whenever Najee's out there, we probably run it 80% of the time.
Yeah, because
Jalen Warren, you don't know what we're going to do.
Well, because with Najee, we already talked about, you don't have the same type of production from him in the pass game. So if he's out there, remember we talked about this when we said we were going to go 2 back sets and it's Jalen and Najee. He's like, man, we ain't playing it like that because we know for a fact Najee can only do the one thing, and the one thing that he does do well, it doesn't scare defenders, which is, in terms of running guys over the way that he does. So even though it be the same call, it's the same dive play, it's the same double play, it's the same let me leak Warren out the back, or let me fast release him to the flat and let me get it to him early. It's the same concepts, but it just fits Jalen better. But when you look at their body types, it's no surprise. To me, I look at it like if this is Vince Williams, this is Ryan Shazier, right? Vince is Najee in this case. We know what Vince can do. He's going to run you over. He's the blitzer. He's going to get downhill. But if you put Vince and say, Vince, go be this coverage linebacker real quick, he is going to struggle. It's going to put him like a fish out of water. When I look at Najee, he's trying to run some of them same plays. It's like, man, between O-line, the way that they block right now, it's not really conducive to your style because you need guys that can really win the grass. Right now, we're hoping best case scenario is a stalemate. And man, you take care of the rest. Jalen Warren has shown that he could take care of the rest. For Najee, he's struggling with that right now.
But even with Warren being in there, I feel like, and I think I saw it a couple times last night, where we can have a 4 wide set, something in shotgun, and then we do an inside zone, and then we do a draw, which keeps the defense more off balance, which helps the offensive line.
And you know what else that doesn't always
I don't
get
think
shown
you can really do that with Najee.
Guess what else takes place, though? Out them same formations, they come right back and then align Jalen Warren outside an empty formation.
Right.
And it has legs because they can actually throw it to him and he can make something happen. Whereas when Najee's out there, as a defender, you're like, bro, he's running a stop route or he's about to motion back to the backfield. Period. I'm not worried about nothing else that he's about to give me route-wise. Jalen just is different with, how he runs it. But like I said, you still need both. But Jalen, to me, definitely needs to continue to get the lion's share of the reps. I felt like in the second half, we did start to see more of Jalen, and we could feel the flow of it as well. So I do feel like that's going to continue, but I do like Najee's body blows. But for me, it's like, man, just run them type of plays exclusively when he's out there. Granted, it might be predictable, but that's where he's his most effective self, and I think that's where we can get the most out of him right now. Because
maybe he becomes our red zone back.
That could work too. I always feel some type of way about red zone backs. Not an issue and a negative, more so like, bro, I'm going to do all this work getting this ball down here, and now you're going to hand it to you because we're in the red zone. You get all them touchdowns, I'll be pissed off. That's just me. But I do agree, though. That definitely could work.
A couple people in the chat. Actually, here's Lonnie. He says, Najee plays better mid-season. I mean, that's a good point, and why you say we can keep Najee around. You could use him still, and we got to see that last year.
Yeah.
After week 10, like, Najee did start cooking when that cold weather hit. So, yeah, if Najee can stay healthy and maybe we keep his workload down this first half of the season, and then we see what happens second half. If he could start, really impacting the game that way.
All I'm going to say is this. On paper and in, these settings, we're going to keep your workload down until later in the year. Sounds good. That's going to continue to go out the window if Jalen Warren keeps playing the way that he is playing.
And if the offense is just more explosive and Kenny's cooking.
Which right now, when
I
30 is
expect
out
to keep
there,
getting better. Yeah.
Right now, when 30's been out there, that's been the case.
I'm with you on that.
The further we keep pushing the Najee thing down, it's like, that's cool, but Jalen is making a strong case right now, and this isn't like training camp where you're telling yourself, well, this is training camp. Or this is preseason. This ain't the real guys. This don't really count. This just, practice. It's like, no, we're seeing him do this in the same games. It's not like it's a different coordinator for when Najee's out there versus when Jalen's out there. It's not a different O-line that's out there when neither one of them dudes are out there. All the variables are the same. It's just one can do a lot more with what he's got right now, whereas the other
makes the rest of the offense look better.
Absolutely, because it keeps the flow, and like you said, it makes it less predictable, even if it's the same exact call, because 30 is very different in terms of how you have to play him than 22. Yeah, I'm with you, bro. But like I said, I still keep Najee a part of it, and like I said, even if you want it for filling purposes, let him be the guy to get introed. So everybody on paper can say he's RB1. We don't have to change that. Starting that running back, number 22 from Alabama. Like, that can still go on. But when we look at the end and it's like the percentage of plays, just make sure that Warren's is,
We're not there yet, though.
We're not.
We're not, because Najee had 19 carries.
Mm-hmm. Jalen had the catches as well, though.
He did, yeah. So Jalen had, I think it was between 50 and 60 total yards, but in terms of total touches, didn't he only have like 7 or 8 carries, and it was 3 catches. Yeah. So, I mean, even right there, that's less than what Najee's getting.
Mm-hmm. But the impact felt real different, didn't it?
It did.
Okay.
Like, if you look at the stat sheet, Najee has more raw yards. He has worse yards per carry, but just eye test. I was actually surprised to see it, that Najee had 65 yards. Yeah. I really was. I thought Jalen was going to be close to him rush yards wise, and then obviously he had the catches and whatnot, but yeah, I think we just got to get Jalen more in the ball more.
Yeah. Like I said, it's not a bad problem. This is actually a good situation. It's a good problem to have. You want to at least have somebody that's out there producing. Now, will we have rather it be Najee looking like 30 and 30 looking like 22? Sure. But that's football. That's why we talk about, man, it don't matter how you got here. If you could ball, you could ball. Because 30 is showing that it doesn't matter that he's undrafted and that Najee's a first rounder. 30 is producing right now. Or do you play the game of, because he's the first rounder, we got to stick with this?
No.
And we know what the offense looks like.
At all.
Because that's the alternative, and that's what I don't want either. But that's the alternative to it if we don't get 30 more, because we do see a clear difference, regardless of all the feelings, regardless of whatever narrative we want to talk about. If we throw all that out and you just watch it, one looks like this, one looks like that.
It's happened to how many dudes before us?
Okay.
Too?
All right.
Todd Gurley with the Rams.
Okay.
They sat his ass down for the playoff run. Yeah, Zeke
okay.
too.
It happens, bro. It happens, man.
Yeah, it happens. And I think it's happening here.
Mm-hmm.
I've been checking on the Jets' usage of Abanikanda.
It ain't happening, bro.
Yep.
It ain't happening.
I'm telling you.
You know what's about to happen?
That's what I want. I want two Jalen Warrens on this team.
This is about to happen, bro. Abanikanda is gonna stay and get reps. They're gonna move Michael Carter. He was getting into it one. Bro, he another one just like that though. Fast. I can see him go to Pitt.
No, he's not big. He's not like a big frame dude.
He's like Jalen Warren, but smaller.
No, that's what I mean. He's not as power of a runner as Jalen Warren.
He's the fast guy though.
He is fast, but Abanikanda's fast and he's compact and he could run over dudes. I want another Jalen Warren. I think Abanikanda would be that for us.
Okay.
He's a faster Jalen Warren, in fact.
Okay.
That's what I'd be calling for. You want Carter though?
I was just seeing because Carter had the altercation.
I don't want
or at least the incident. I'm like,
I don't want him.
Something has to happen for somebody to be like movable. And I haven't heard any negative about Abanikanda. That's why I'm just like, I don't see how that they gonna just move on from him just yet. I just don't know. But at least with Michael Carter, you like, oh man, well, we drafted this one, and you're, from the other, you're a little ahead, and we brought in these two. So do we need you? Now you tripping on the coach. We got going on here. All right, go to Pittsburgh, bro. Like that's what. Yeah, that's how I looked at it.
If I had the choice, no, I want to ban a Canada. They're not using them, so we could be the proactive ones here.
Yeah.
Hey, you're not using this guy. 6th rounder right now. Let's do it.
I ain't tripping on it, man. Trust me, I'm with it. I don't, bro.
It's not happening. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna keep calling for it.
If it did happen, it would be dope. I just don't. I'm with you. I don't think it will though.
There's no way. It's definitely not happening.
And you can't do that because you still got Najee here, and that's going
you could keep Najee. I'd trade Najee for Bannacan.
Yeah,
I'm standing on that.
People
are saying Deke, the Najee hate.
Yeah,
blah, blah,
you
blah,
got to move him. Yeah,
it's not about that. It's what I think would be best for our offense.
Right, because that's the thing. It's not that Najee's a bad player. It's just this based on the personnel that we have and how they are playing. We don't have a power running style offense right now, bro.
It's time to start letting Kenny cook.
Yeah, we don't have. We getting there. We getting there.
But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm with you. We getting there. But to me, man, it's just like Naj. It slows it down, man. Slowing it down, man.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right, supers then.
Yeah, man. Let's tap in, man. See what the people got for us today.
Oh, overall though, speaking of Abanikanda and the Jets running back situation, that as an example, but also just in general for this 2023 season, RB market doing terrible. Because look, those Jets running backs, they got Dalvin Cook, Breece Hall. They can't do anything. No Aaron Rodgers, can't do anything. Nick Chubb hurt. Barkley, didn't he get hurt?
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs doing nothing with the Raiders.
Yeah. I think that might have been his best performance all season. We had, 50 yards?
I mean, and it was all garbage time. The only reason he was getting them was because we were playing that soft defense late.
Bro. I'm just like, that's your best performance of the season. Like, yeah.
It's tough.
It's not a good look right now, man. It's not a good look.
All right. Is it Skydiving Heck?
Yes.
It says Victory Monday. That was the best complimentary football we played all season so far. All 3 levels were great. Shout out to PH3. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, man. Press, man. Like I said, bro, back-to-back weeks, not him really, putting his stamp on the game, having his impact felt. Nah, salute him on that one, man. I'm loving that. Loving what I'm seeing from him. And, yeah, all 3 phases look good. Complimentary wall. Offense, scoring points. Defense, creating splash plays. Special teams, man, flipping the field. That's what you need across the board, man. And I felt like we avoided the big play. We avoided the big turnover, man. Like, shout out, bro. Shout out. So, yeah, man. I liked it.
Well, I'm sure people are going to bring up the Marcus Peters drop pick.
Yeah, it was a miscommunication, though.
It was clear. People trying to blame it on Kenny.
Connor ran out and up. Kenny threw the out. We don't know who the miscommunication was on, but that's what that was. Yeah. I'm surprised Marcus Peters dropped it, but sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. So for us on that play, we got lucky. Great. I don't care. It worked. Period. So, yeah. I like it, man.
Yeah. It's just funny. People are like,
Kenny's
Kenny's making terrible throws. What's he doing? Why'd he throw it over there? It's like, clearly he thought Connor Hayward was going to run it out. It was
some type of miscommunication. We don't know who was at fault, but clearly somebody messed up because Connor's running it out, and then he goes up. And Kenny is throwing it when he breaks, anticipating, which is good. But, yeah, it was some miscommunication, man.
And can I say something else about one of Kenny's throws? It was the first series. Not to be all negative or anything, or just get in this space where we're talking about this trivial type of stuff. But since we're on that time of the game, I think it was around that first 2 series or something, right?
Okay.
First 2 or 3 series. Right. The Calvin Austin out. Hit Calvin Austin right in the hand. He had to jump up a little bit, but hit him right in the face mask.
Yeah.
I simply said Calvin should have caught that.
Okay. They got on you for that?
Pickett, terrible throw. It's gone. I'm like, yeah, could he have thrown a little bit? Dude, it literally hit Calvin Austin right in the hand.
Deke, what they say, both these could be true. Could Kenny have thrown it lower? Sure. But, Dake, this the NFL,
yeah, you're pressure.
Bro, this the NFL, receiver. Man. This the NFL, bro. As an NFL player, I'm just going to tell you.
That was.
If it hits your hands, bro, you're supposed to come down with it. If you get 2 hands, if it's in this range, Deke, this range, granted, yes, you want every pass right here. You do. But if it's in this range, man, God dang it, we ain't asked for too much,
It
man.
was
I
him
feel you.
jumping up a little bit,
Yeah.
hit him square in the hand. Like I think his
It hit
hands
his
were
hands.
right
It
at
hit
his
his
face
hands.
mask.
Yes,
Like,
it hit his
it
hands,
wasn't
bro.
like he was putting his hands over his
It
head.
hit his hands, bro.
Hit
Yeah.
his hands, and his
Yeah.
hands were at his face mask
Yeah.
with him jumping up.
Both things can be
My
true,
God.
and both things are true. Can Kenny and does Kenny need to deliver a better ball? Yes, that's when we talk about a quarterback helping the receiver out, right? Delivering a catchable ball. Yes, that part is true. At the same time, when you talk receivers helping your quarterback out, if the ball is in that vicinity and you're able to get two hands on it, and it still was like how Calvin did when he jumped up. Granted, Calvin is kind of short, so he might have miscalibrated him. You know what I mean? Miscalculated a little bit down the field.
Yeah, it was a rollout,
You know?
and I
But-
don't know. Like, not every throw is gonna be
Yeah.
perfect
on both
every
sides,
time.
Because I look at it like this.
It was a good enough throw to make the catch.
Because it's the thing. If you want to put all the blame on Kenny Pickett, then you're not saying that Calvin Austin is a good receiver in the NFL. Because you're basically saying that it needs to be exactly perfect every single time for us to expect him to catch that. At the same time, if you put all of the blame on Kenny, or excuse me, you put all the blame on Calvin, then you're saying, man, you don't believe that Kenny can make them type of throws. That Kenny can't put the ball where it needs to be. You know what I mean? So it's like, yo, both parties are right in this situation, man. They connected later on, right? And that's the one that we needed it anyways.
Yeah.
I'll take you connected on the 70+ yarder 10 times out of 10 if that means you're gonna miss that little. You miss that one every week if you need to. As long as you can give me that one, I ain't tripping on that one. Mm-mm.
Sure, if you're gonna weigh it out that way,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll take the 70-yard bomb.
Period.
Phantom TV. Steelers were the only scouts at Bo Nix's and Shador's game.
So I like how they tried to frame it as Bo Nix and Shador's game and not just Colorado and Oregon State game. Because I'm pretty sure it was more than just Shador Sanders
Well, Travis
and
Hunter
Bo
wasn't
Nix.
playing. Who's
Shiloh was playing.
Well, I was gonna say.
I was about to
I'm
say
sure
Shiloh's
Oregon,
a prospect.
I'm sure
Oregon
has
got
a
guys.
ton of pro
Okay,
prospects.
yeah. So I'm like, what we talking about, man? But it just sounds sexier when they put it like that. You know that. I seen. I'm like, really? Okay.
They're trying to get on Kenny.
All
Did you
right.
see that?
I was just like, yo, really?
see
I was like, that's the way we're going with this day. So I was supposed to believe that the Steelers looked at this like, yo, this the game we got to go to, man. We're gonna find us a new quarterback. This the matchup right here.
Kenny's shutting them up. It's fine. Kenny's shutting them up.
I say, boy, y'all know how to make a narrative. I'm like, bro, them scouts was at the Colorado and Oregon State game. Yeah.
Phantom TV. Adams wants out of Vegas. Who are we shipping out to get him? Najee and Deontay.
Did he say he wants out?
I would do that trade.
I didn't see that.
He was upset. He basically said, I'm not sticking around for this if things don't get right.
Yeah, in the sense of like re-signing and all that type of stuff, I'm sure. But yeah, Devontae ain't about to not play next week.
Yeah, he's getting paid too much.
Exactly, and he's cooking too. He's putting up numbers, man. Numbers always make it a little bit better. Just remember that.
Mr. Malveaux.
Drop my chapstick, Deke.
All right, we're not trading for Devontae Adams. I would do that trade, though. I would do that trade. I'm sorry. If we could afford it.
Deontay, why trade anybody? Who else want to throw in there for the? Because yeah, that's still.
I would do that trade.
We all would, but that's a light trade for unless they. Well, that means we're gonna take on the money. That's what that sounds like. We definitely taking on that. I ain't tripping either. He worth it.
So that's
He's worth it.
He's
worth
between
it.
those two contracts, that'd be probably around a $9 million difference because he's getting
Yeah.
around 30.
And
Deontay's
getting-
18. Najee's like 3 or 4.
Yeah, they make it work, and we got Omar. Omar can make the numbers work after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, put it on a credit card.
I'm good with Deontay, man. I'm good with him. I'm actually excited for when he comes back. I think our offense will be that much better.
Me too, man.
That's crazy too. Yeah, we're 2-1
Yeah.
top of the AFC North, and we don't even have two of our best players out there, Cam Hayward and Deontay.
Yeah.
Mr. Malveaux, join the upper room.
Shout out to Mr. Malveaux, and welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Hold on, let me scroll real quick. We got $20 piece from Jonathan Stevens.
Shout out to Jonathan.
Won
time for the culture.
$400 on a 3-man player prop for the early games. Then I bet that on our boys for a Jimmy G pick.
Let's go.
And GP for over 52
Oh, you
yards.
hit.
Ended with $1,200.
Let's
Here's a
go.
little 20 for my entertainment during my ride at work. throughout
Hey,
the year.
man, salute you, man. We glad you had a solid weekend like that, man. You cooked up on them folks, man. Love to see that. Love to see that right there.
Tito Whitaker gifted a Moats membership to... not sure. Didn't screenshot
Tito
it.
being a rock star, life into whoever that person was. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Let's go UW. App State got App Stated by Wyoming. Who needs an offense? Right when special teams and defense can win a game in the last 2 minutes. Cardiac Cowboys are back.
Talk your talk, let's go. Talk your talk, let's go. Yeah.
I didn't see it.
I didn't either, but I'm glad they beat App State. You know, they're the ops. They've been like that for a while, and now that we back in the conference with them, it's definitely smoke. Just remember that, Deke.
Okay.
It's forever smoke with them.
Let's go UW. Man, Moats, your coach was wilding on the field,
bro.
pulling out the cell phone to argue with the refs.
Did I send you the vid? I don't know if I sent you the vid.
I don't think you did.
My bears was wilding, bro.
I do think I vaguely saw it, though.
Shout out to Signetti, man. One time for Curry Signetti, man. Yeah, man. So, it was a questionable call that took place in the game, and the referees acted like they weren't trying to review it. So, our head coach wasn't going for that. He said, no can do. And his right-hand man, the assistant, pulls out the celly, and I don't know how exactly the replay was that fast on his phone. When I'm watching, I'm like, bro, I don't even have replay, and we're watching TV copy.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah, we're like, yo, do you have like some type of like hard access to like upstairs? Like, because he pulls out the phone, and you see the iPhone, he turns it sideways. All my iPhone people know what time it is when you turn it sideways too. And he's like, yo, look, you see this? Low key, it worked though because they did review it. Now, granted, the call still stood, but the replay did happen, and it was a great moment only because we won. If we would have lost, I wouldn't even be talking about this joint because I'd have been sick. But we won, so it was really, really funny after the fact. But yeah, my man was tripping, bro. Yeah, I'm like, you can't just pull out the celly like that and really pull up on the ref. Like, no, bro, this right here just happened.
That's good. Fish momentum. What's good, Goats? First in the North. On to the Texans. Love to the chat fam. Ambition Live, Stage AE, November 12th, 2023, 10 a.m. Steelers tailgate. Hashtag Mr. Jack Myers.
Talk. Let's go.
We also got GB28. Had a DraftKings bet for every team to make a field goal Sunday. The Dolphins decided to score 10 touchdowns instead. Missed out on $6K, and they had a chance to do that to break the record
they were
for most
humble.
points in a game.
Yep.
Wow.
That's crazy. Shout out to DraftKings. You know they are sponsor today, man. We're going to get to them a little later.
Wow.
But yeah, that's crazy.
Michael Brooks, Mason Cole, and Dan Moore are problems.
They are who we thought they were. Yeah, they fight. But yeah. You put Mad Max on Dan Moore, it's going to look like Mad Max is going against Dan Moore. It's like that sometimes.
Yeah, they moved him around a lot.
Okay, yeah.
We've even moved TJ around a little bit.
But we don't. But I don't feel like we need to because we have pieces across the board.
No, I'm saying we did yesterday. Like we put him in the middle a couple times.
Sometimes. But as a whole, though, we typically rush him at the same side because it's like you got Cam, you got Leal, you got Ogunjobi, you got Highsmith. Now, granted, we know Cam is out for right now, but typically that's why we don't move him as much. But yeah, they was moving Max around a good amount though. Max, you see him everywhere getting after it.
Michael Brooks, Mason Cole. Oh, I just read that.
Hey Quan, don't be laughing at me saying they fight. They do be fighting, man. Just they got heart.
Mason Cole was pretty solid for us though last year.
They got heart, bro.
It seems like he's regressed a little bit.
They fighting. Let him fight, man. Just let him fight. He gonna get his it. Yeah, it happens. Hey.
Hunter Gaming going to the game this weekend. Hope to see Steeler Nation out there. Hashtag Hire Canada. Hashtag Here We Go and hashtag Sabotage22.
Hey, so is it any coincidence that the report came out that Matt Canada was going to have a more hands-on role with Kenny, a bigger prominent role in the offense? I saw everybody freak out when that report came out. Everybody lost their mind when that report came out. But it was odd because this was actually the best that the offense has looked in a while, man. And Kenny looked good. Like, it was just across the board. Yeah. I'm like, could there have been any type of coincidence with that? Or does that not count? I'm just wondering.
So I have two thoughts on this. One,
because you can't say that he wasn't involved, that he wasn't specifically going to be more involved with Kenny because those reports came out prior to the game. So we can't lie. We can't say that didn't happen or that was a correction because after the game. No. They said that ahead. They called their shot. They pointed up and was like, yeah, all right, we letting you know offense going to be better. They let us all know that.
And this one's on Canada. This one's on Canada and Kenny.
Because if Kenny would have looked bad out there, I'm sure if that pick six would have happened to Marcus Peters, they would have been calling for Kenny and Matt Canada saying, you see this right here? Y'all talk about he's more involved with Kenny. This is what happens when he's with Kenny. Look at the offense right now. But offense look good at us. I'm trying to see what's up. I'm trying to make it hand. And that's all, how that works.
I think the first thought is why does there need to be a promotion here for Canada and Kenny to meet on a more frequent basis? Why wasn't that going on more?
Because as the coordinator, you're not as hands-on. Think of like management. You know what I mean?
I did hear that.
Yeah, that's
Someone
what it's like,
explained it
bro.
where
Yeah.
Kenny's probably more close to the QB
To the QB
coach.
coach, yeah. So like for us, like you'd be more close to like your position coach than the D coordinator, and then D coordinator, you're closer to him than head coach because head guy's like really far away.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's fine then. Again, question was just like, why wasn't this the case previously?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that should be the case. But my other thought was, is this Tomlin taking a more hands-off approach in the offense? Because I swear
Last
to God,
year that wasn't the case.
I swear to God, any interview you want to listen to about
Okay.
him in the offense, Tomlin's role in the offense,
He's been
over the
very
last
hands-on.
like 9-10 months, he
Yeah.
does say he's very hands-on.
Hands-on. Yep.
So I wonder if he said maybe it would be better for me to take a back seat and let Canada and Kenny run the show.
Trust Canada. Let me trust Canada. Let me trust him.
And I'll tell you what, the offense looked good. I actually think Canada took some of my advice throughout the week. We got back to running the ball 2022 style, and we spread it out a little bit more and let Kenny cook in situations, let him get the ball quick.
And Kenny,
I liked it.
And Kenny made the throws.
He did? Yeah, I liked it.
Think about he missed the crosser last week, right? Calvin Austin. He hits the crosser this week, George Pickens. Terms of the mesh concept, taking it up, you like, bro, it's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just
Like, them little things.
Yeah, it was just opposite side of the field.
That's
Yeah.
it. But it's like stuff that we know was in there. It's like now we actually got a chance to see it. But I was really impressed though, man, that they put that statement out ahead of the game. I was like, bro, y'all playing with fire. Like y'all know I can't defend this now. If you say that and then he go look like that, like no. But it worked out. So salute them all. Salute them. Cause yeah.
It felt like we got rid of a lot of the gimmicky college lateral stuff that we saw in the first two games.
It felt
And I
real
was happy with that.
downfield. It felt real pro style. Kenny looked like he had confidence. Like his drop backs, he never looked unsure of himself. Like you said, even on the miscommunication with him and Connor, where Marcus Peters drops the pick, it's like, bro, he's throwing the out with confidence.
Yeah.
And that was the big thing in the first two games. It was like his confidence just seemed off. Like he would second guess it or not really believe it or need to physically see it be open before cutting it loose. And last night, that wasn't the case. Last night, he's like, bro, I'm hey, we're going to go down. All right, let me get after it real quick.
He looked
It was
comfortable.
really impressive, man. Really
He
impressive.
looked like he did in preseason.
Yes.
In terms of
Yes.
confidence, which is good because now we're actually in the regular season. It's week 3. So I don't really expect that. Now that he's like settled in, I don't really expect that to go away. I think we should be only looking up from here.
I mean, I'm hoping that's the case.
Yeah.
And the context that we'll find out is this, because yes, I do understand and I do acknowledge the other crowd, right? The ones that are like, well, hey man, it's the Raiders and their defense hasn't been playing the best. It's the Raiders and their offense hasn't been looking the best. The Raiders have been struggling this season. I do agree. And all of that context does matter. And I look at that a couple of ways. I say, number one, a team can look bad, but we don't need to look bad with them while they look bad. And I did not feel like we looked bad last night. I felt at times we looked dominant, like, yo, this game should be blowing out. It should be done. Then it kind of got weird at the end. But
We just can't do that, huh?
yeah, that was the one part. I'm like, go
Again, I
ahead and
think
get
refs helped with that, but
to an extent they did. But it's like, yo, go ahead and get that last score, make it to 30-7.
Yeah.
And now we chilling like most, teams supposed to be doing. So it's like, yeah, that part should have happened 100%. But to me, man, I'm like, yo, we was cooking, man. Like
80% of the
we
game
look
we
good.
looked really solid.
We look good. So was it a bad team? Sure. But did we look really good versus a bad team? Yeah, we did. Now we're going to find out with Houston. Is Houston a good team or is Houston a bad team? We know that they just came off a really impressive performance against Jacksonville, so we got to respect it. But I think that we should still look more like how we just did than how we did them first 2 weeks. So as long as we keep doing that, that'll be the answer in terms of were we just feasting on a bad team or are we actually improving? Yeah, anybody that makes like a hard stance on that today, we know that's just you picking your side. And there's nothing wrong with that because we know, man, if you rock with Kenny, you're going to rock with him. If you don't, you're not going to rock with him. Yeah, no, I'm kind of like, I be in here both ways. All right. I'm a context guy. But yeah, I feel like we still, next week going to be another big, indicator of how far have we taken in terms of that next step.
And the thing is, for me, we weren't talking about the Raiders being this bad going into this game. We weren't talking about them being the worst team in the league.
We made them look like that.
All of a sudden, we beat them.
Exactly.
Oh, they're the worst team in the league. They're
Exactly.
so bad.
No, I don't buy that. And
They were 1-1. They had a bad game against the Bills, where actually it was kind of close in the first half.
Yeah,
and then Bills ran away with it. They got the scores in opportune times.
You know,
before half,
man, the
after half.
Bills done done to everybody. You know how the Bills do. Bills done done us like that
Anyway,
before.
they beat the Broncos, and I think,
Yeah.
I mean, the Broncos did get laced by the Dolphins.
That's
but
why I said I really don't know what the Broncos are right now, bro.
I think they're better than last year. Russ looks good this year.
Why do you feel like they're better? Because they're scoring more points?
Yeah, maybe their defense is bad, but that's something we weren't expecting with the Broncos, you know?
Well, all the quarterback lovers, all the scorers, they'll, I guess, enjoy them scoring points and giving up 100. Yeah. Because I'm just like, they look terrible right now, man. I don't even know what's going on, but that's tragic. It's disgusting. I've never seen 70 in an NFL game before, bro. Like, I thought when we gave up 40, I was about to like, yo, we on suicide watch, man. This is trifling. We do not belong in the NFL giving up 40. So I can't even wrap my mind around what 70 would have been like in stadium, and we supposed to be sitting here like, Deke, 70, man, I might go punch my coach in the mouth. Like, bro, something ain't right, bro. You lied to me. Something can't be right. Ain't no way they just scored 70 on us, and we all grown professionals getting paid a lot of money to do this. Can't be scoring 70 on me, Deke. Can't. This ain't high school. This definitely ain't college, man. 70 is filthy.
One more thing with Kenny.
Yeah.
I do think this was a big game. And, again, the haters are going to poo-poo it and whatnot. But coming off of his Week 1 and Week 2 performance where he definitely left more to be desired, and the offense left more to be desired, Canada left more to be desired, and then seeing the Monday night game where you're in front of the whole NFL world in prime time, and that's the performance we put out there where your defense scored more than the offense.
Yeah.
We got another primetime game right after, back-to-back, away.
How do you respond?
In Oakland, in the Raiders. And we know sometimes, I don't know if it's like a Steelers tradition thing or the history of the Steelers-Raiders rivalry over the last 20 years, but we have struggled on the road against the Raiders. We have. But anyway, just how do you respond, man? Because, like, not a good performance in prime time.
Yeah.
Everyone's critiquing you. People are talking about tanking for Caleb Williams in the stadium. People are calling for Mitch, blaming you and the play caller. How do you respond? How does Kenny respond? And I think he responded brilliantly. Yeah. In this one, looked really comfortable out there. Lights were not too big at all.
Yeah. And the other thing I always look at too, because I love like what you just said right there, because that is spot on. You know what I mean? But the other thing that I get, man, is like, based on how bad at times this offense has looked in first 2 games, the jump that we just saw, we're not saying that they turning into Kansas City Chiefs or they turning into, you know, some crazy powerhouse overnight. But it's like, to act like that wasn't a massive step last night from this offense, man, like, that's crazy. Like, we saw multiple things that we've been hollering for a while now, man. We saw them, and they weren't the fluky variety either. It wasn't oh, man, this is a double reverse pass where we didn't trick the defense. It's like, no, we saw Calvin Austin, you not put hands on, he run by a guy. We saw that in the preseason too, right? If you do not put hands on Calvin Austin, he's going to run by you, bro. There's nothing new about that. We saw George Pickens continuing to cook. There's nothing new about that.
Allen Robinson makes some clutch catches, even though he's not padding the stat sheet.
That's his game too.
Like,
that is
Mr.
his
Reliable,
game, bro.
we need a third down.
That's his game right now, man. I like it. But it's like, these are all things that are sustainable. We're not over here acting as if, like I said, it was something fluky that took place. We're just saying that these are the things that we've felt since this offseason, training camp and preseason, that we should be accomplishing in stadium. And we just been missing. So it's like, man, for us to finally be connecting on it, man, let's not act like we supposed to turn our nose up at, oh, it was just 2 touchdowns. It was just a couple field. Oh, we should have scored 4 touchdowns. Like, bro, give it a rest. Like, we was literally just hollering about not having multiple touchdowns in a game by offense. We were just talking about a week ago, our defense outscoring our offense. But now we too good for 2 touchdowns and a couple field goals. A 57-yarder, might I add. Don't you be hating on Boz, man.
I will never bring up Matthew Wright's
name
again.
Put some respect on Boz. That was logo. That was logo Boz. That's logo Boz, all right? But yeah, man, that's my thing. I'm like, bro, no one's saying they perfect. No one's saying that they the juggernaut on offense right now. But, bro, they balled. In contrast to what we seen in the first 2 weeks, man, this was a major step in the right direction, bro. Major.
And what I like, too, is offense put up 23 points in 2.5 quarters. Like, that's solid. That's a solid pace.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I wish we wouldn't have stalled out as much in the end of the third and also in the fourth quarter. But what I really like was push came to shove.
Mm-hmm.
Raiders kicked the ball back to us. We got, 2 minutes and some change. Right before the 2-minute warning.
Mm-hmm.
Your goal is to get the first down, ice the game.
Yes.
And we got that.
I don't care what it looks like. We got it, bro.
Yeah. All right, we got 23 points, 2.5 quarters. Had the game pretty much intact.
Mm-hmm.
Raiders started moving it on us in garbage time, started putting up points. Refs were making some terrible calls. No. And the game got a little bit closer than we would have liked. But you get the ball back in your hands.
Yep.
How do you respond? And the offense responded. Matt Canada, a good play call at the end, and Kenny Pickett, good throw, good catch. Allen Robinson, that's how you execute.
And the timing of it, bro. You call it versus the blitz, or you're anticipating some type of pressure. We talk about, Matt Canada doesn't know anything. He's calling calls off Madden. It's like, nah, that's the situational awareness. He know they about to bring pressure, and they bringing it from the boundary, and he called a call where he get the sprint out. It's perfect. It was beautiful.
I liked that too, because we weren't doing these elongated PA rollouts.
No,
it was just a boot out of the shotgun.
Because you saw the difference,
and Kenny
right?
did that in college too.
The Raiders were trying to do them elongated ones, and when you turn your back versus passers that can win like that, it hurries you up, right? In terms of, we saw TJ affect multiple throws and get home multiple times with those long developing play action passes. That rollout, man, that sprint out, let's get this thing quick, man. Easy throw and catch. It was perfect for him, though.
You could use it as a pseudo run play.
Okay.
On first down, get like 3, 4, 5 yards, whatever.
This is facts.
Just keep yourself on schedule. Man. President Nitty. Sean McDummy has poo-poo pants. Sorry, Moats. # save Canada.
Okay. That's all good, man. Yeah, it's back-to-back weeks. Them boys winning.
Who's he talking about?
I don't know. I just know Sean McDermott, back-to-back weeks, 30-plus points, and what, 10 points last week, 3 points this week? So, yeah, man, I don't know. I'm just vibing out. Hey.
That comment entertained me, at least.
Yeah, there you go, man.
That comment put a smile on my face.
You know, I look at it like this, right? We all are struggling, right? I know we talk about expectations here. I still am disgusted at 38-3. It was like, bro, we left so much out there. It was terrible. So I'm with y'all. Trust me, I'm with you, man. Yes.
Let's go, UW. Who knew all it took for the offense to look average was a bad Raider secondary?
Man, that's perspective. That's cool. At least we made ourselves look good, though. Because if we would have looked bad versus a bad team, what that say about us?
Yeah, this is a good way to build your confidence across the board. I mean, the O-line looked better, not perfect.
I be trying to figure out, are we supposed to feel bad about beating a team that's not good? Are we supposed to feel bad about looking really good against a team that's not good at times? Are we supposed to feel bad about that? Not. I don't feel bad about that, bro. This is the NFL, man.
No, not at all.
These are paid professionals.
Sunday Night Football on the road, too. And, we were underdogs going into this game. That's the other thing. Now, everyone's talking about how bad the Raiders are. We actually win the game. Yeah. I thought we won it convincingly in a way. Again, things got a little out of hand at the end.
It was convincing, and then it was weird at the end.
Yeah, then it got weird. Then it just became like, oh, wait, we really just can't win this and have 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Where we take our starters out and chill. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We're just not going to do this.
Yeah. That's what Buffalo done the past 2 weeks. They keep taking their starters out. It's messing up my points. I be needing them. I like them garbage time numbers personally, bro. We're going to get one. This week. I feel it.
Yeah, it's going to be a pseudo home game out there in
bro,
Houston. Should be.
It will be a home game for us, man.
No, the other thing, too, is you could lose to a bad team. I'd rather win against a bad team than lose to a bad team.
I'll be over here just trying to feel like,
you could be the Ravens from yesterday.
Are they supposed to be apologizing?
They
should be apologizing because Jimmy Garoppolo, Devontae Adams, and Max Crosby and Jacoby Myers did enough to make this a game. Some help from the officiating at the end, cool. I'm with you. That's fair. But as a whole, it was those cast of characters right there that kept them in the game. We supposed to feel bad about Devontae Adams cooking? We know Jimmy G is a good player. We said Jimmy G is what? He don't extend. When you get him off schedule, that's where he struggles.
He did a decent job of that.
He did.
Which was weird.
Until he didn't, though. He did until he didn't. And that's the thing. You know, with him, the first pick that he had, felt the pressure from TJ, hurried it up. That's where he makes a mistake. When he's drifting, trying to create, you like, bro, bonehead decision. What you doing right here? That's Jimmy, though. He gonna make all them other throws, though. And shout out to that day, bro, them 2 calls. The deep throw on 3rd and 1 to Devontae for the touchdown. And that day going.
No, you know what? That was 4th and inches.
You're right. It was 4th and inches when he called that. And then the day going fake
run RPO. He get up and rock that joint with the press. I'm like, bro, y'all are really just like, yo, I don't care if Devontae's over there. I'm throwing it to him. Like, I like that energy. It felt real ABS. It just reminded me of that vibe of like, yep, it don't matter what coverage y'all do. It don't matter who you. They was like, I'm gonna throw Minka on him, routed Minka. I'm gonna throw Pat P on him, routed him. I'm gonna throw Levi, routed him. Like, bro, he's that dude. But I'm glad that you can have all them stats and it still not matter, cause team game.
Mike Hood. Or how about this one? You could be the Cowboys against the Cardinals yesterday.
Yes.
You could be the Jaguars against the Texans.
Come on, man. Now, Cardinals, that was their situation. They had Dobbs out there. So you got to put some respect.
You're saying good team.
Yeah.
Cardinals are a good team.
Yeah. They got the best quarterback on the team right now. Best quarterback in all Arizona.
Now, Dallas might not be a good team anymore. I don't know. That could be the case.
The best quarterback in Arizona is
injury.
starting right now, man. The best quarterback is out there in AZ right now, man.
You're taking Dobbs over Dak.
Come on, man. Give me Dobbs, man. You know what time I'm on. Dallas ain't AZ no more. They didn't flown out of there. Now I said today. All right, this time Frank is that done left, but Dobbs that guy. Just know that.
James Conner's third in the league in rushing.
No surprise. That's what he do.
Man.
James Conner, let's go.
Mike Hood, what up, everyone? Happy Victory Monday. All look good in the win, but secondary feeling today like, how did we get 3 picks and give up $172 to Devontae Adams? Win is good, though.
Just keep fighting. That's all. As I went back and watched Levi Wallace in the game, I was just like, bro, you just fought. I'm proud of you. Devontae was going to cook whoever, and it just so happened that they know we don't switch our corners, so they just kept lining Devontae on you. But the one thing that he did different than last week, right? Last week we talked about the effort. On the long run, we like, bro, you got to give us more. I thought this week, every time Devontae caught a pass, man, he was chasing like a son of a gun to get him on the tackle. And I did like that because, yeah, you're going to give up catches. It happens. When you're playing against the best in the world, they're going to win some reps. You're going to win some reps. But what can't happen is you let him catch a 5-yard or a 10-yard, and because you missed the tackle, now it becomes a 60-yarder. And we never got that. Did he catch the bomb? Yeah, that was them catching us, knowing that we like to cut routes.
Play.
It was probably
gutsy play.
But I say you routed us up, you caught us in a call, and you knew how we played it, and you caught us off it. Cool. But other than that, it's like, man, Levi, Pat P, Mink, Casey, Devontae Harris was catching it. He was getting open, but we tackled the catch every single time. It wasn't a ton of, man, this dude that made 3 people miss and broke a tackle, and we ain't have that. And we can live with that because you see it makes them have to keep snapping, and that's the difference. When you're able to give up that explosive play and he can, all right, make a guy miss and score, that kills you. When you make them have to keep snapping it, though, you got a chance.
Yeah, and traditionally, I feel like over the last 4 or 5 years, we've had a pretty good red zone defense.
We have, yeah.
Bend but don't break.
Can't give up points, man.
We got, let's go UW. We got another player throwing their hat in for the OC job. Lev Bell.
Shout out to L. Bell, bro.
Honestly, I wouldn't be opposed to a staff full of former players.
I mean, you think about it, a lot of teams do bring back former players because as former players, man, it just hit a little different. Not only do we know the game and we've seen it, but the dudes are heavily invested because you got that passion, whether it's full blood or half blood, you got some type of feeling with it. But no, salute L Bell, man, and shout out to L Bell because he was at the terrible tailgate with Kevin and them over there. But more importantly, man, my father-in-law pulled up on him, man. It was dope, man. The FaceTime and everything.
With L Bell?
Yeah. L Bell had old diamonds. I'm like, bro, my father-in-law ain't seen that much jewelry. I don't rock that much jewelry right here, so you know what I'm saying. But it was super loud, man. But it was fire though. I was like, yo, man, salute y'all over there.
Did your father-in-law show off the bling?
You know he did.
He did. he showed off.
I'm sick. I can't stand you, Deke. Stop it,
he was
bro.
Competing with
Deke,
Lev.
stop it, Deke. Why are you being like that? Did he show off the bling? You know he showed that joint off. Hey, man, let me tell you about this right here.
Hey, Pitt, Virginia Tech this week.
This is you.
Away
You're
game.
right. You're right, bro. And we also had AB. AB also is. I saw he put the. I don't know what the whole.
I'm tired of AB at this point.
I just wasn't.
I really am.
He. It was funny that he went left with the. Yeah, I don't know. So it was cool when he was like, "Yo, can AB be the court?" And I was like, "All right, cool. I ain't tripping on that." Then he went to Canada and he started calling Canada and put the little mustache on him. Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't even talking.
Yeah.
AB's just talking too much. I've just had enough of him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
was like,
that
whoa,
obviously, he went too far with that.
It's like,
but
all right, man, just chill, man.
AB's just obviously trying
He
for
needs
attention with
Yeah.
everything he's talking about.
He's
So
trying
I
to
think
get
I'm just
attention.
gonna leave him alone right now and just not worry about what he's saying.
2 weeks ago, it felt real.
Yeah, with the wide receiver
Now,
thing, I've
it's
had
messy.
enough.
Yeah.
I've had enough.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago it definitely felt different. 2 weeks ago it felt like legitimate. Like, you know what? I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm just saying, like, I know y'all tripping. I know Deontay down. What's up? Y'all know I'm nice. Now it's like, all right, bro, you trolling. You just trying to get some attention, bro. I mean, it's working to an extent.
Yeah, I'm done though.
Yeah.
It's going on deaf ears for me at least.
Yeah.
Maybe other people want to entertain it, but
Yeah, but like I said, I
it's not even entertaining at this
like
point.
I said, I was laughing at all good teams. I was like, bro, how you gonna do that to Canada? Like, bro, don't. That's a man. You gotta chill, bro. You know, you seen what happened to Kanye. You seen how they did Kyrie, bro. Man, that's a hot water you playing with, bro. Like, I get it. You trying to have fun, but all right now.
Van Bradford, why did it take so long to get back to combo blocking? We have been better at that since we drafted 22. The offense really feels like it's sabotaging 22 at times. Need to build around 22.
It's all about execution. We call the same calls. I get it. I know. I think it was Kyle's where he's like, oh, man, it's the most double team blocks we've seen all year. I can't believe they're calling this. It's like old-fashioned Steelers football. Yeah, but we also said who are the 2 D linemen or 2 D lines that we faced in the first 2 games versus the D line we was facing this week. You just get more movement on the double, whereas the first 2 games, they splitting that. First 2 games, when they tried to double, you remember when Fred Warner ran through and smacked Najee in the face? You remember that in the backfield? That's why. Because if they came off that double too soon, that D lineman, Javon Hargrave or Eric Armstead, was going to win. So they had to stay on that double, and that let the linebacker Fred Warner run through and smack folk. This week, you ain't have to worry about that. This week, man, you were seeing them double teams go all the way back to the linebackers. You seen Lil 5 over there trying to dodge, but I'm like, yeah, that looked way different than what JOK was doing a week ago. You think Jeremiah Usu-Cormore was having to dodge? No, them dudes weren't over there dodging all that. They was playing downhill. Fred Warner, Dre Greenlaw, they was playing downhill. So that was the big difference, man. But I do know the commentators, they going to sell it, and they supposed to. You know, when I get on, I call my game, I'm going to sell it too, Deke. That's what you're supposed to do when you're on the commentator. All right, you sell it. But, yeah, man, we've been running that type of stuff. It was just a different type of opponent for us, man. And this is what we said going into the game, though. We said, has our offense been that bad, or has part of that been the defense that they faced? Everybody's on the Raiders aren't good defense train now. Our offense looked a lot better this week. So, yes, we can put some type of validity to the fact that the first 2 games, the D-lines, the front sevens, the defenses as a whole were just better. Had more players, better talent.
Those were the first 2 games of the season.
You're working through the kinks.
Yeah, maybe it takes
This is
some
3
time
weeks.
to warm up.
4 weeks. I told you, get out the first 4 games, man. Get out that first month of the season. Now you got a little bit more understanding of who we are, our identity, what works this year. Not, well, this worked last year, so it's got to work this year, because every year is different. Isaac say you might look like a dog last year. Right now, he's off to a rough start. Mason Cole, last year, man, looked really good for us. This year, kind of rough start. Dan Moore at times last year was playing at a higher level of consistency. This year, it's like, all right, it's kind of a little bit of a rocky start for you. Because every year is different, man. Every year is different.
Yeah, for sure. The good part about it is, though, it feels like we are way closer to knowing who we are and what our identity is at this point of this season compared to where we were the first 3 weeks of last year.
I would agree.
And we're 2-1 on top of the AFC North, as opposed to what were we 1-2 after the first 3, and then I don't know. I mean, I know we were 2.
Weird, yeah.
We were 2-6 over the first 8
Yeah.
games. We ended up beating Brady Bucks at home. Did that get
And
us
that's when
like
they
2-4
got high,
or
yeah.
something? I don't remember, but yeah, we're in a much better spot right now, working through some of these kinks than we were last year. Or we're just further along the progress,
That's
or
the thing,
the process, whatever you want to call it. Being a young team, I know we do have some veterans and whatnot, but we do have a young offense. That is the one thing we can say.
Very true.
And yeah, we're getting there, man.
Very true. Hey, y'all hit that like button one time too, man. I see y'all extra chunky in here, man. We over 1K in the build with us deep right now, man. Y'all
Really?
gotta hit them like buttons one time, man. Hit them like buttons, subscribe if you have not done so either. This is what we do. This is how we
That's
rock
good to
out,
hear,
man.
because I think my takes are pretty spot on right now.
I would agree, bro. I feel like you in your bag right now, so I'm glad that the masses are getting a chance to hear this.
Fan Bradford, glad the schedule is in our favor this year. We should only have one loss going into our bye. The division is ours this year. Stamp it. Hopefully Bengals lose tonight.
Oh,
Burrow's playing.
I'm low key kind of surprised, bro.
I am too.
I think he's playing with fire. I feel bad. I feel like he's playing with
I
fire,
agree
bro.
with you.
But unfortunately, I don't think. No, they could, man. The way the AFC has looked right now,
They could definitely lose to the Rams
games
with having Burrow out there.
That's what I'm saying.
Because Rams looked good week 1. I forget what they did last week, but
Who did they play last week?
they beat the Seahawks week 1, like pretty good.
Who did they play last week?
I don't remember. That game was on TV too.
Yeah.
Who was it? The 49ers? It might have been the 49ers.
That's who it was. Yeah.
It was on TV.
It was back and forth a little bit, and
Yeah.
then the Niners ultimately punched them out. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think the Rams had enough firepower to compete
Yeah.
with the Niners, but
That's what it was.
to compete with the Bengals, with
Different
how the
combo.
Bengals looked after the first two,
Yeah.
injured
Joe gotta
Burrow.
be careful, bro. Joe can't. The O line isn't protecting like that, and you're gonna be some type of. Yeah, hopefully you're not limited in any capacity.
Yeah, because apparently the Rams at least have enough on offense right now
Right.
without Cooper Kupp with that rookie that Stafford's targeting.
Yeah.
Dude's going off. All right, next super. What was his comment? What was the guy I just read?
That was Farron Bradford's first point talking about the combo blocks
Uh,
for 22, and then the lack for 22, or we need to build more around 22 with those. And that was the other thing too. 22 gets them same calls, man. And I do feel like that's where he has his best runs, but it's still crazy when you watch Jalen run them same plays and how Jalen hits it versus how 22 hits it and is ultimately able to make, just a little bit more out of it, it seems. But I do like them runs, though.
Skoy Harris. A win is a win. I'll take it. Canada.
Oh, shoot. Actually, I didn't. It was two other Farron Bradford ones under that one. I think
did
that's
I read him or no?
No, I think that's what we got mixed up at.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so Farron Bradford.
Yeah, you take care of this.
Yeah, he was like, glad the schedule's in our favor. He said that part, stamp it. He also says, let's see a few QB designed runs. I'd love to see a bootleg off the jet sweep to keep the defense honest. Shout out to no jet sweep last night. A lot of jet sweep motion, but never called it. I like that right there, man, just in the sense of that self-scouting. You already know, everybody, when they see that quick motion, we're thinking jet sweep because we do have a tendency to run it. But the fact that it, multiple times last night, that motion took place and never handed it off, does have you just wondering how you're building it, right? Because now you can't just look at that and say it's got to be a jet sweep every time this guy's lined up in a slot, or it's got to be jet sweep every time this guy motions. A pass will come off of that. No question it will. But that's how you build to it. I like it. Slowly but surely. And the other part, in terms of some QB design runs, how do you feel about that? I know Kenny had the long run. I don't feel like I want Kenny design runs. Like if it's like in the flow of their man to man, I think he said that too.
Or
like,
on a boot, and they're not covering him on a boot. Go ahead.
Yeah, but that's like a improvised.
Yeah.
I don't want it predetermined. Call a QB power or a QB like he's not he's not Jalen Hurts. He's not Josh. Like, and even those teams don't want them dudes running that stuff like that all the time, man. So yeah. The only design QB run I want him to have is the QB sneak, and that's with the tush push. Where I want that version.
Yeah, I don't know when we're gonna start incorporating.
Bro, why
that.
doesn't every team really run it though? That's crazy. Like around the league.
Yeah, our first series, what we do? We handed it off to Connor Hayward.
Yes, on a
Do a
little
QB
belly.
sneak.
Yeah.
I mean, Pickett's already been, I think, damn near 100% on
100%,
QB
yeah.
sneaks, and that's without
Right.
the Eagles cheat code.
So
added
it's
to it.
like, why wouldn't you just keep doing that until a team shows they can stop it?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Skoy Harris then, right?
Yes.
A win is a win. I'll take it. Canada, like, fire who? Glad to see the offense doing something. If we can get the O-line together, then we off to the races. Still waiting for us to get a rushing touchdown, but hey, I'll take it. Love the show.
Hey, man, salute you, Sequoia, man. It's always love. You know that. And, yeah, we don't have a rushing touchdown yet? I don't know.
I guess not.
Dang, hold on.
Yeah, we don't.
Who scored week 1?
Muth. Pickett to Muth.
Yeah, week 2, it was defense twice, Pickens.
Right.
And then week 3, it was Muth and Calvin. Yeah, jeez. All right, rushing touchdown this week. All right, chalk it up. Rushing touchdown this week. Got to happen, man.
Who gets it?
Warren? No, it'd be Nosh. It's got to be Nosh for the story.
Goal line back.
Got to be Nosh for the story. Yeah. Jalen do all the work. Give it to Najee so he can feel good. Like I said, keep Najee as the starter. Keep Najee as RB1 on paper. RB1 gets the touchdowns and goal line situations. He gets all those touches. RB1 gets the call out at the home games. Jalen gonna do all the other stuff though. Yep. You do everything. 20-20, that's your world. All right. When we get into that tight red, all right, Nosh.
What's our announcer's name? Larry, right?
Yeah. Larry Richard. Shout out to Larry.
Can I send him an audible for after Najee?
Oh.
And your running back, Najee Harris. But with all due respect, here's Jalen Warren.
Y'all still covering Najee though, okay, guys? Najee, we still love you. But Jalen Warren. Yeah. And yeah, O-line definitely got to get it together, man. I feel like they will. I'm hoping they will because I'm just hoping they will. I'm hoping they will. Sometimes it takes some time for dudes to gel. Now, granted, we have everybody returning, but the new person's supposed to be an upgrade. But still, I think of James Daniels last year, right? And early on, remember James had a lead, it wasn't the smoothest. It didn't look as this year looks.
Yeah, the O-line as a whole wasn't good at the beginning of last year either.
So I'm like, we went through this a little bit last year. I just think the expectations were higher.
Yeah, all these guys are
year.
back outside of Sayamalu.
The expectations were definitely higher this year. We said we got a returning group and we upgraded. It should look way better. And it's like, bro, we question at times, is it any different or is it?
I think we're regressing.
I don't want to say we're. I'm about to say.
I thought it was way better end of last year.
I didn't want to go there, but I definitely been feeling that, man. I'm like, yo, did we take a step back at that spot? Like,
I think they'll be fine though. Early in the season.
I'm chalking it up to early. Like,
give them some time to gel.
Get me to week 5 and I'll see what we looking like.
Yeah. Because then I think you gotta maybe start questioning whether or not you want to bring
1,000%,
Broderick in.
1,000%, bro. 1,000%. It can't.
Hell, on either side. I mean,
Yeah, 1,000%, bro. Because and it's not a shot at either one of them guys. But we talk about this. You hear me say it all the time, man. Them opportunities, that's happening because of the dude that's in front right now opening the door. Chooks and Dan, they've been here. But because of how they've been playing this season with some of the matchups, regardless of who they playing against, it's like, bro, it can't look like that. Like Kenny took some shots yesterday, fam.
and
like,
shout
he
out
took
to
some
him
shots, bro.
for staying in there.
No,
and
100%,
dropping
man.
some stripes.
Big time tip of the cap to Kenny. Because I'm like, bro, you were getting like fired on at times. And it wasn't that you were holding the ball too long. It's like, man, them dudes at times. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, too. We talked about some of these terrible ref calls. Obviously, the Minka one stands out whenever he got the sack on Jimmy G.
Mm-hmm.
What were some of our calls on Kenny? Like they were hitting his head. I wasn't asking for him because I know it's football. I know some of that stuff kind of happens. I don't think there were any cheap shots being taken at Kenny. Yeah. But dudes were hitting his helmet, and by the letter of the law, refs are throwing those flags all over the place.
To me, I looked at it like this. I didn't like any of the calls in terms of quarterback stuff, but I felt like we saw 2 times where they flagged just the violence of the hit. The Devontae Adams play, where was that cold? No, they pulled it, but think about it, they threw the flag instantly. Why? It was violent. So they saw Garoppolo step up and get hit, and it was violent, and he plays quarterback. Instantly throw the flag. And that's why we say as defenders, it's to the point where you literally throw the flag, and everybody in there in the stadium is conditioned that if you see a violent hit, it's got to be a flag. It's got to be something like, oh, he hit Devontae really hard in the middle of the field. Oh, it's got to be something. Was he targeting? Yeah, the commentator the whole time. That got to be targeting, right? It's got to be something wrong right here. Oh, let's see. And you look at the replay, you're like, no, it was just a really, really hard hit. Sorry your favorite player on offense got hurt. But it was just a really hard hit. Nothing more, nothing less. That's what I looked at, man. But we can't complain about it when it don't go in our favor when we know this is how the league is officiated. They flag the violent hits. If Pickens go across the middle and he take a shot and he flail like that, they're going to throw the flag for him too. Because that's the league right now, man.
I get refs are human. It's not always going to be perfect, but Kenny took just as violent of hits.
He did.
Probably 3 or 4 times. So that's what I'm wondering. Like, come on, call both ways.
He did.
Like, give us at least 2 flags there. No. Something. 2
that's my thing, man. I'm just like, I don't like any of it. I'm like, man, let them play football. But right now, it's like referees are
the Minka hit was,
if it's violent, I gotta throw the flag. It's violent, throw the flag.
Insane.
But what did Jimmy do though? Think about it. He hits him and Jimmy did what? Play dead for a second, right? He didn't just fall and get up like Kenny. Kenny get up every time. You look at when Jimmy got hit, he rolled over belly down, paused for a second, Then got to be like, dang, did he knock him out? Oh, all right, I guess he's straight. Nah.
Hey, how about this one? No one's talking about the Liao pickup fumble on Jimmy G whenever TJ sacked him and like had him like in that weird body position and stuff.
I didn't even see like
Liao literally grabbed it out of Jimmy G's hand, and then Jimmy G's like fumbling with it too.
Yeah.
Liao grabs it.
Was his knee down or no? I couldn't.
His knee was not down. This was like a recovery.
Yeah.
And I don't think I heard any refs like blow the whistle or anything, and then they just gave the Raiders possession.
Yeah, that
was insane to me.
Unless they ruled for progress, because TJ did have him wrapped up. And that's the one thing, whenever they rule for progress, it's like it doesn't matter what the video looks like, they don't let you challenge it.
Yeah,
so that's all I could think of.
That was insane to me. Like, cause I mean, I get it if you already blew the whistle before Liao was about to start running it in or whatnot, but we had clear possession. I didn't think they blew the whistle before Liao got it. I'll put it to you that way.
Gotcha.
Maybe they did while he was, again, he had it, was about to run it back to the house, but we should have at least got the ball back. I know they ended up punting it. I can't remember what we did after that, but there was just there was at least like 4 or 5 just egregious calls by the ref. We got A2A style, bro. The Chargers and the Vikings are the same team.
Score a lot of points, not a lot
they
of defense,
just both
bro.
try to lose the game. Those are those type of teams,
Yeah, 100%, man. Shout out to Keenan Allen, though. God, dog. It sucks for Mike Williams. God, dog. Man.
Michael Matthias, Deke, read my comments, please.
Why you ain't read his comments, Deke? That's crazy.
He should have just wrote the comments in the super chat. I mean, how long ago was that where he dropped his super? Don't
you do that. Just read the timeout. You was about to read that timeout. It was like 4:18.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
I can't go back to
You
those.
supposed to have known.
Those are so far gone.
You're supposed to have known that, though, bro. I blame you. That's Deke's fault. Deke's supposed to know.
Make another super chat and post all your comments.
That's the secret, Deke. Yeah.
He could have just posted all the comments on that super. Scott Forador, Moats, do you think the offensive line execution is more on the players or coaching right now, or probably just a mixture of both? I'd like to hear your opinion.
Man, honestly, I feel like I lean more on players because at the end of the day, the players are out there. But what I will say is this. Man, we still were doing things to help them. And that's the part where I really lean on the player side, because I saw times where we were having the tight ends over there. I saw we were trying to move the pocket around. I saw where we were trying to just change up the launch point and everything. And I'm like, yo, it still ain't helping. Now, granted, it was Max Crosby, though, for the majority of it. So that's the part where I'm like, Max Crosby makes a lot of people look bad. He does.
Especially with how they were moving him around.
He makes a lot of people look
even
bad.
Even how he was getting after the quarterback or like, penetrating the line. It was all different types of angles and whatnot.
He's coming in on looping stunts, standing up, walking around. Like, they really did a good job of not allowing us, like how we played Myles Garrett. He's like, all right, if he's over here, man, keep the tight end on that side. All right, if he lines up over here, running back, offset, switch to that side. Because of how they moved Max, you couldn't really do that. So that's why I'm like, yeah, it's expected. Max is one of them type of players that he can impact a game. Do I still feel like our offense line should be better, though? Yes. And does that fall on coaching to an extent? Yes, it does. But I'm really questioning personnel a little bit more right now because, like I said, I have been seeing where we are trying to use multiple bodies and multiple looks, and we still getting the same result. And that's when I'm like, all right, it can't. Like, there's only so many ways we could dress this up and hide, an offensive lineman. Eventually, you got to look at the offensive lineman and say, bro, you got to do your job. You're a professional too. You can't be a professional. I need help getter. And that's at times what we looking like we be having at times. Like, I need help every play. You can't need help every single time we got to throw this ball, man. Because if you do, we're going to have to find somebody that don't need the help.
No, we can't be paying you like $12 million, or we can't keep you in there over a guy that we just drafted in the first round either. I'm talking specifically about the tackles, obviously.
But no, because it's the thing. We drafted one in the first, one's on a second contract in terms of Chooks. Then we got the interior money as well. It's like, bro, all of y'all have a reason why y'all supposed to be playing well. Now we know it's not all on y'all, and I'm with you on that. But in terms of
yesterday's where it felt a lot more on the O-line where I think a lot of the other units on this team, offense and defensively, started to pick it up.
I would agree.
I'd
they
say
felt like the ones that did not take
Yeah.
a step in the right direction, even with this same group, but
They did play better, but again, it could be
the matchup.
we're playing a lesser
So, yeah.
defense. They played better, but not to the degree I think everyone else did.
Yeah.
I think on offense, offensive line is
Could
our
you
weak link, and then defense, secondary right now.
Oh,
We thought it was
100%,
going to be the
100%,
inside linebackers, but they're
100%.
balling out.
And they was rotating them too yesterday. Shout out to Mark Robinson. He was out there flying around on special teams. He had two tackles on punt, and then he was getting tackles on defense too. I love to see that from the young cat right there. But yeah, bro, O-line and secondary. But what I was gonna say was this: first two games we talked about the defenses as a whole, and we said the matchups. You can still make a semi case that they did have the worst matchup of everybody out there. The O-line and the DBs. The DBs had to deal with Devontae Adams. He cooked. O-line had to deal with Max Crosby, and he impacted the game in a major way. So we can still make a case that, it was personnel because of them two dudes. Jacoby Myers had success. He didn't kill us. Hunter Renfrow, really non-existent.
They
Josh
don't like
Jacobs,
throwing it to him
non-existent.
anymore.
You know what I mean? So it's like, we took care of the others. It was just the guys. We don't have an answer for guys just yet. And we kind of knew that coming into this thing. Kind of. Just depending on how we felt about Pat and Levi going in. If we thought that they could match up with those type of guys, then great. But if we felt like they were really good players and they're not going to match up with the elites, then it shouldn't be a surprise. Because it's like, Devontae Adams, name a corner that we've had in the past couple seasons that was going to match up with that one-on-one.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
the best or one of the three best receivers in the league. Now, I think they did a lot better job on Amari Cooper and the Browns receivers.
But what did we say going in? We said Amari Cooper and Devontae Adams are two different type of receivers.
Yeah.
They both good, but Devontae is just, it's a difference. We talked Max. It's like Max Crosby, man. Granted, he's not TJ Watt. He's not Myles Garrett, but
top five.
he's in that. He's in a
probably top
convo.
five,
yeah. Like, we're not gonna say I'm taking him over him, but he's definitely in that convo, man. So
he's
we can't be surprised by it.
Garrett, and
Garrett and
Parsons and what, like that tier.
yes. So you got
He's
Nick,
fourth or
Nick
fifth.
Bosa, TJ, Garrett, and Parsons. After that, that's when you start looking at Max Crosby.
You could probably even throw Crosby in that tier. He's just on the bottom of the
he's
tier.
the last of the tier.
potentially,
Yes.
however you want to look at it.
He's the floor of the elite tier. The guys that you should drop off, and it's like, it don't matter. You better be ready for him. He's one of them dudes. And he plays with relentless effort, too.
Yeah, you don't play
That's
those
the other
guys
part.
every week. We just happen to
Yeah.
play them literally
3 weeks
the
in a
first
row.
3 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
Three of
3
the
weeks in a
best
row.
5 pass rushers in
Think
the league.
about it. 3 weeks in a row, man. Yeah. Go face Nick Bosa, go face Myles Garrett, and now you go get Mad Max Crosby. Good luck. And we see how
And we have one of those top 5 on our team. So who's
So that's
left?
safe. Just Parsons. We don't play Parsons.
We
We're good.
don't play
We're
the
good.
Cowboys this year. That's pretty funny, actually. You put it
Mm-hmm.
that way. Yeah, it should be looking up then for the O line going forward.
But that's the context, though. If we don't look at the context and all we look at is the stats or just how the game was played, we might feel a certain way. But when you think about the 3 dudes that they done faced back-to-back weeks, it's like, yeah. Now, this week should be different. Will Anderson is a good player. Will Anderson is not Max Crosby. He is not Myles Garrett. He is not Nick Bosa right now. We don't know what he's going to develop into, but he's not that right now. So this game, in terms of get right for O-line, this is their best opportunity, at least from what I'm anticipating. Now, I'm going to go cut this tape on in a few and really get, a better analysis of them on Wednesday. But right now, this does feel like matchup-wise, this should be a great center for our offensive line compared to what they faced these first 3 games.
Yeah, sure, on paper, it should be good for everyone.
Yeah.
But then you're seeing Tank Dell and Nico Collins
Tank
cook
fire.
for
Tank
the
is
Texans offense.
But we like Tank. We both like Tank.
Not this week.
We like Tank, though. Tank.
No.
It feels so reassuring when we talk about a play on the front end and he come in and start doing it. I'm like, Deke,
Maybe we could have drafted him.
that's
and
one of our
traded
guys,
Deontay.
Deke.
I mean,
That's one of our guys,
He's doing
Deke.
that already.
Deke, he's cooking. Deke, he looks fire at times, Deke. Oh.
Same with Jordan Addison too.
I swear. Yeah. But it's the quarterback for Jordan. You know how that goes.
No, I can't say that.
Come on, man. You see, Kirk just create receivers, bro. That's all Kirk does.
I can't say that.
Kirk creates receivers. Name a receiver he hasn't made nice, bro. Name a receiver that don't get off when Kirk is their quarterback. Kirk gonna make you right, bro. You want to get paid, play for Kirk.
Kirk's a fantasy quarterback. We've been over this.
If you want to get paid, play
he's
for
a fantasy
Kirk.
quarterback.
If you want to get paid, play for Kirk. Kirk gonna get you a bag, bro.
He's typically in like the top 10 of fantasy quarterbacks. Top 10 or 12.
Kirk is typically really good, just not great.
I can't say that. I've been impressed with him this season thus far, despite the Vikings 0-3. I'll give him credit. You heard he was in my weekend observation.
Yeah. Shout out. It was funny. I haven't seen
I got nothing against him personally.
When they had him as the potential FedEx Air Player of the Week, I was like, whoa, shout out to Kirk.
Yeah, he's leading the league in passing yards. I think he has the most passing yards and touchdowns.
Yeah, he's that's the no. But the run game actually worked out for him yesterday too, man, which is odd.
They could use a guy, you're saying? Maybe.
They could definitely use a guy, but I think it's too late because they 0-3. I think if they would have snuck one of the wins out of there, I think it's a different convo. Right now, they might be on fire sale mode. But one or two more.
It's crazy. I don't think they're that bad.
They're not.
I've watched some of their games.
They're not. But defense ain't getting the stops, and they're not balanced anymore.
Yeah, that's the NFL.
Yeah.
Well, they won all those one-possession games
Right.
last year. Now it's starting to flip for them.
Mm-hmm. And they've lost, multiple this year.
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't a sustainable winning strategy. It's just now it's gone the exact opposite direction.
Yeah.
Instead of having a mix of both where you lose a couple
Mm-hmm.
and you win a few. But, yeah, I don't think they're that bad of a team. It's just, it's not working out for them. And just with how their franchise is situated, I could see why they would start shipping some players off. We got Farron Bradford saying, hey, Omar, let's get Surtain out of Denver.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'd do that in a heartbeat.
Facts. Does
as fast as possible.
Does him being a part of a defense that gave up 70 points make you squeamish or anything? Are you good?
Get him on the low.
All right, fair enough.
I don't care. You get him and JPJ as your future.
Yeah. Surtain nice, bro. You know that.
Yeah,
Surtain,
he's legit.
nice, bro.
Jesse G. Anyone else see Mason Cole get pushed back like 3-4 steps immediately? On the positive side, nice to see Benton do some good work with Cam out.
Yeah, to both. Yeah, Mason Cole was allowing some movement, but he fought, and that's the one thing I love. I'm like, yo, you ain't got to be the best. You gonna get beat. Everybody, if you play this game, man, everybody gets got. It doesn't matter who you are. Everybody gets got, man. But you got to fight. You got to fight and just stay in the fight. It's going to be some games where it's like, yo, I'm getting punched on. All right, stay in the fight. It's going to be some games where you're doing the punching. All right, still stay in the fight, man. And that's the thing for Mason Cole, man. Was it gory at times? It got bad, but he stayed in the fight. Him and Dan. That's why I said, man, they fought back. And Keanu Benton, man, just keep getting them reps, baby. Keep getting them reps. You seeing it, man. He's growing up. He's getting more consistent. He's young, but you can see the talent. You can see the explosiveness. I love the hand usage. That was the part on the sack for me that really had me excited about him, because anybody can just speed rush. Anybody can get off the ball. But in order to consistently win and to have that sustainability, you got to be fundamentally sound. So to see Keanu, utilizing his hands the way that he did when he was out there, I thought that was really impressive, man. So shout out to young Keanu Benton, man, one time.
A2A style, Deke been smiling and looking like Taylor Swift at the Chiefs game, watching Kelsey catch a touchdown, talking about Pickett's good game. He's in love all over again. How about that deep pass, huh?
Hey, man, come on now. Deke said, let's fucking go! He looked just like Taylor.
It didn't even look like he threw it that hard.
Flick of the wrist?
Kind of.
Right.
Kind of. I think he left some juice out there on that pass. And rightfully so, because you gotta drop it into a bucket.
Mm-hmm.
But if he really had to sling it, he had at least another 20 yards in him, I think.
Okay.
If he really wanted to.
Okay.
Yeah, good game by Kenny.
Look good, man. Look good.
Yeah, it should be only up from here. You brought it up. So that was his 16th start, not even a full season yet. And I think that was his best performance to date.
No, we're not allowed to only talk about 16 games because everybody wanted to just write him off as if he played 10 seasons already. Like you said, 16 games, bro.
You know what they say about these multiple touchdown pass games?
Uh-oh.
They come in waves.
They said he kind of
Watch
contagious.
out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, watch out. A2A style, 99.44% sure the Steelers are the only NFL team with 32 different stadiums. We can take over any stadium, anytime, anywhere, if we want.
I swear.
If we want. I think that's the thing.
I swear. If we want to. I swear.
If we really want to. If we're that motivated.
Yeah.
I believe it. West Coast. I think West Coast is
product.
money. That's
West Coast, Texas, and Florida. We got it on lock.
Yeah, I don't think we do as good of a job with like the division rivals.
Yeah. West Coast, Texas, Florida. You're not going to find more Steelers fans, bro. It's insane. Every time we in Florida, it's a takeover. Every time we in Texas, it's a takeover. And Cali, it's a takeover. Atlanta, too. Atlanta is a movie, bro. Steeler fans, like Steeler Nation is in Atlanta. Heavy, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Charlotte, too. I might say, when we play in Charlotte, there's always a takeover down there, bro. It's not many stadiums, now that I think about it, where we don't.
Like I said, I think it's just those division games. I don't know if it's they don't want to sell the tickets, or we don't really make it a point to travel like that.
Baltimore, Cincy.
Because it's not as much of like a destination game, too.
It's definitely not. Cleveland, Cincinnati, Baltimore, we all kind of like the same. It's like, all right, I'm going to go from kind of cold and rainy and foggy to kind of cold, rainy and foggy. Oh, kind of cold, a little bit of wind over here. And like, I was just saying, yeah. It ain't California. It ain't Vegas. It ain't Texas. It ain't Florida. Yeah.
We got Farron Bradford. It's a conflict in scheme for 2-2. Put him in Philly or Baltimore, his production wouldn't be an issue.
1,000%. Literally, you watch it. If he's in Baltimore where they running downhill and it's the one cut power type stuff, man, he cooks over there. But what we're doing in our offense, it doesn't work for him. But I don't feel like it's necessarily intentional. I feel like that's just a byproduct of our offensive line not doing what the expectations or what the expectation was. You know, I think that now you've had to kind of resort or revert to some of these different style of, you know, misdirection runs. Or like we said, even with some of the double team stuff that was taking place, it was working this week specifically. But we talked about some of the matchup part as to why it was also working. In one way or the other, you're going to need a back that, if it's bad, can, you know, get something out of nothing. We've been seeing Jalen just being more consistent with that in contrast to Nash.
Jamel Smith, love seeing Kenny deliver when he's about to get hit or under pressure. Don't want to see him get hit too often, though. And his arm talent is plenty there.
No, big facts. Big facts. Yeah, I love the toughness that he's showing when he's taking these shots. But I'm like, bro, you're not going to be able to survive in this league if you keep taking them shots, bro.
Yeah, we witnessed it with Ben. You don't want your
be able to
quarterbacks
survive,
taking
bro.
that beating.
Yeah.
Ben was obviously like a bigger dude and would be shrugging these dudes off all over the place. But for his career, obviously that's in a way why we brought in Todd Haley, so he get the ball out a little bit more quicker.
Because I just look at, and like you said, the size is different. The size difference is real. When Ben would take some of them violent shots, it's still
those dudes literally couldn't tackle him.
Right. Yeah. Whereas for Kenny, it's like, bro, he's getting like depleted, like feet up in the air, and his whole body is coming out. It's like that's way different than what we were seeing when Seven looked like he was fighting 3 people at one time, and it's like, yo, they gotta jump him. Kenny is like, bro, they just like catching him, and it's like, it just looked like it hurts.
Colton Troy Fu, Moats, what are you seeing with our O-line? Why do we struggle so much to run the ball? Notice a lot of guys standing around and not blocking to the whistle.
Well, shout out to you, Colton. First off, my aloha, Honolulu, Hawaii, my partner over there. But in terms of the O-line, we talked about some of the personnel, some of the matchups. I get the blocking to the end of the whistle part, and yeah, you could definitely make a case for that, right? If you're not going to win your block, at least fight, right? Fight like a son of a gun. We talk Levi Wallace. Yeah, Devontae catching on them passes, but you watch Levi fight and make a tackle on a lot of them passes as well. With the O-line, yeah, you can make a case that you want them to finish their blocks better. At the same time, I wonder mentally for them, man, like when your dude beat you and he making the tackle, it's like, what you finna do? You ain't about to run over there and block him in the back and make a bad play worse. So part of them standing around and not blocking to the whistle is because typically they guy was the guy that disrupted the play, and it ain't really nothing that they can do unless you go find somebody else to try to block. But as we've been seeing, our plays haven't extended long enough to go find a second person. It's like, yeah, you missed your block, he makes the tackle. Yeah, now we got the camera on you and you helping the guy up. Yeah, typically the guy helping him up, yeah, usually that's this guy.
I like this comment. Yeah. This is just one in the regular chat. Big Janks 412 says, we finally graduated from that Army-Navy offense we were running the first couple weeks.
Shout out. Hey, no, you can't be talking about them service academies, man. I think I was watching, was it Air Force? No, it was one of them academy schools last week or 2 weeks ago. They was out there airing it out. I was a little surprised by it, man. But yeah, we fixed it up. Like I said, I would love for us to be able to come in here and just be like, you know what, man, it's because they unplugged Canada's cord. But the report said that this was, you know, the turning point, that this was the mark of a new era, a promotion from within. More hands-on approach. He graduated.
Well, I was wondering this. If he got that promotion after last week's game for the offense.
He got to get demoted this week, bro.
No, I'm saying he's going to be promoted to co-owner or get a stake or something.
Well,
Co-head coach with Tomlin.
I thought that they was incentivizing the other performances, so that's why I felt like since last night was a good performance, they're gonna be like, "Hey, man, you did too good. I ain't feeling that,
it
bro.
It could go that way,
I ain't feeling that. Yeah, man. We're gonna take your credentials back.
That's a little too good.
Yeah. You cooking too much right now. We ain't expect that. That's how I thought. But yeah, if they promoting off a performance, then yeah, he gonna have the key to the city.
Tomlin's going to be more part of the offensive game plan now.
Tomlin's heavily involved this week, guys. He said, "All right, I'm sick of you. All right, hey, we don't want those 70-yard touchdown passes and not run jet sweeps. What's wrong with you,
We
man?
want this to be so much harder.
All right, come on, man.
Make our defense score all the
Please,
points. I believe that much in the defense. I want to
Jeez,
challenge
man.
the defense. We need it.
Speaking of, I did want to ask you though, were you losing your mind into the second quarter?
No.
We got time, okay, because I saw people going crazy about, oh man, it's
Not
so
the end of the
conservative,
world.
man. This sucks, man. Y'all living in your fears. I'm like, bro, I thought it was a smart play, man. Like, why risk it? You don't need to. You feel good about how we moving on offense. We just scored. Defensively, man, we do what we need to do. It's like, man, just get out of there. We ain't got to trip. We ain't got to add nothing to this. We ain't got to try to be aggressive and put ourselves in a bad situation or expose ourselves to any potential negativity. That's kind of how I looked at it, man.
Yeah, you're winning the game. You got momentum. Go in the half up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think it was the end of the world.
For sure. Because I did see people tripping on it, though. Oh, I can't believe they just going to sit on that. You got timeout. You got this much time left. Man, you supposed to be aggressive. You got to go.
Boomman318, do you think the slow start from Najee is because he hasn't played much in preseason?
Well, it depends on if you would like to use that as a reason. And sure, that could be a reason. But then when we talk about why you need to play in the preseason, you can't sit here and be like, well, nah, man, because it's preseason, man. You don't need that. He just show up in the game. He be all right. He be good. It's like it can't be both ways. So if you're a back that needs to take reps in preseason and you need that, then it's like, yo, you got to get that. But if you the guy that can sit out of that or, you know, the team doesn't feel like you need that, then you also got to be able to produce in this moment. So could that be the case? Sure. I personally am a believer of that. If you don't play football, you're going to be rusty at football. When I look at Josh Jacobs, I'm like, yo, he ain't play football all offseason. You working out, that's cool, but working out playing football is different. You can't play football by yourself. When we talk about, shoot, I even think of Nick Bosa. Bosa was over here talking about, man, I'm feeling some pressure because, yeah, I got to produce. I got to do this, but it feels a little bit different right now. When you sit out that long time, man, like, yeah, this is football, and we do this every single day. The margin isn't that great. So it's like, yeah, it's going to take time when you've missed time, regardless if it's from injury or how we've handled Najee at times with him just not, you know, especially this year, just not taking a lot of reps in the preseason. Right, wrong, or indifferent, you still got to come out here and produce, because are we going to sit here, you know, in 2 more weeks, if it continues to look like how it's looking, are we going to be like, hey, Jalen, man, you don't need to get more touches, bro. I know you look explosive. I know you can catch and run and block and all this other stuff, but you don't need to do that anymore because, you know, Naj, hey, man, preseason kind of slowed him down a little bit. So now it's his turn. Now we're going to help him out. It's like, nah, that don't work like that. It's like, nah, man, you got to go out here and earn it every single day, man. Right now, Jalen is putting his best foot forward. Now, hopefully for Najee, he can get it right this week. And that's the beauty about the league, man. Long as you in there, long as you healthy, you gonna get you a chance, man.
Yeah,
you get you a chance this week, man.
You get to write a new script every week.
Seriously. Because
last week I said Fire Canada. Now I am on the Hire Canada train. Someone did the hashtag Hire Canada. I'm fine with keeping Canada.
It's real, bro. Think about even Najee to Jalen.
We made the adjustments we needed to make.
Absolutely, man. So for Naj right now, yeah, we looking like Jalen. It looks a little bit more, you know, appealing. Okay, cool.
Najee goes off for $120 this week. Okay.
He get one of them crazy stiff arms, jump over somebody and land. You know his platinum mixtape. You know how he do. He a stiff arm and jump over guy. He give us one of them, like you said, man. Yeah, we both be like, all right, you see why we need Naj? You see what we talking about? So he got opportunity, man.
The offense just hasn't looked as good with Najee out there. That's just been the fact these first 3 weeks.
That's also been definitely fact. Definitely been a fact.
Jason M. tuning in from the flight home from Vegas.
Let's go. Safe travels. Hope you enjoying yourself, baby.
We got Michael Matthias. Deke Moats, read my comments, please. I posted first. I think he's the same guy that said that super, basically saying the same thing. Read my comments. But I don't know what the comments. That was so long ago.
And do you know, it's like, yeah, it'd be a ton of bro, have you, sometimes I go back and it'll say like how many comments come in during our show. Bro, it'd be so many daggone comments that come through here. I'm like,
It's awesome.
it's no way we could read them all, but it's electric that y'all be rocking and talking, and just like the community within the community. The chat has its own little vibe. But it's like, bro, yeah. So if you ain't tell us and we ain't catch it like right there, man, 10, 15 seconds, that chat be gone. Jump again on us.
Right. Let's go, UW. We could rescue Fields from Chicago. No.
So what's your thoughts on Fields, man? Is he bad? Is it Chicago? What's up, man? Or is it a combination of both?
Yeah, sure, combination of both. But yeah, I don't think he's that good at this point. The Jets could maybe use him. If I'm the Jets, maybe you take a flyer on him because Jets have a bad O-line. Maybe he can actually win you some games running the ball.
Yeah.
Because Zach Wilson's not getting it done for sure. But yeah, maybe you could run.
Who's better, Zach Wilson or Justin Fields?
What?
Who's better, Zach Wilson or Justin Fields?
I got to go with Fields.
Okay.
Have to go with Fields. Zach Wilson is awful.
What's the difference though right now?
What's the difference?
Yeah.
Fields actually put together some production last year.
Okay.
Now, if you want to say it's more fantasy stats, it's more sizzle than substance, that's fine. But he's actually done more things than Zach Wilson in the league.
I respect that.
1,000-yard rusher. Like, that's something. Zach Wilson has there's not one stat you could look to Zach Wilson and say, tripping. Hey, that's actually good.
You know I'm not tripping. It was just you was like, yo, 1,000-yard rush. I'm like, we talk about our quarterback. It was a 1,000-yard rush.
But Zach Wilson doesn't have anything. What are you gonna point to?
I know. He won the off season. All right, back to back.
There you go. Yeah.
He's won back to back off seasons. But yes.
And I think Fields, I want to even say from a passing standpoint, if I had to bet right now without looking, he has better completion, better yards, better touchdown interception ratio than Zach Wilson.
Okay.
Plus what he's been able to do with the legs.
For sure.
Now, the Bears haven't won games. Winning's the most important thing. But, yeah, we're trying to split hairs between two bad quarterbacks thus far.
Mm-hmm.
From my standpoint. Well, yeah, all right, what's your take on Fields and the Bears then?
Fields is a better athlete, but I think they both are bad quarterbacks.
No, I'm talking about Fields and the Bears. Like, who's at fault?
Definitely a combo of both. Because I question some of the weapons around Fields. When Chase Claypool is one of your guys.
Well, he pulled his classic fadeaway move yesterday.
You know I know. Come on, man. You know I know.
It's classic move.
Yep. And I'm just like, that doesn't help you.
Someone needs to make that a logo.
Yeah, that definitely doesn't help
Eric Claypool.
It definitely doesn't help him. But yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like Fields had a ton of hype coming out, rightfully so. But in terms of, just the quarterback development part, I still don't see it. I just see a dope athlete with a strong arm, but it's not true like quarterback play to me just yet, man. So that's why I feel like, probably not gonna like me for it.
Didn't they say that quarterback class was supposed to be amazing?
That's what I'm saying. They always say that though. That's why we telling you like every single year they say the same thing.
Trevor Lawrence is the only one holding that up. Yeah. I mean, Mac Jones was there too. Mac Jones would probably be the second best
Pro Bowler.
I'd go Trevor Lawrence just with how their careers played out.
Trevor, Mac, you go Fields, then Lance.
Lance or Wilson. I mean, maybe Lance just because he doesn't have as much bad tape out there.
Wilson has been out there though. Wilson has won games. I seen Wilson beat Buffalo in prime time.
Sure, he had the game-winning drive Monday night when Rodgers went down.
Yeah,
I'll take Wilson over Lance then. Sure. But then last year's with Pickett, or I'm sorry, 2 years ago. However you want to, you know what I mean?
Oh, like Pickett, Cunningham,
the Pickett one.
Howe, Corral, Ritter.
So Pickett, Ritter, and Howe are like the main
guys,
three, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Purdy.
Oh shoot! Hey,
yeah. Wow, look at that. And they said that was the worst quarterback class
you right?
they've seen for like the one in between the two really good ones.
So you said that's Purdy. You said that's Purdy and Kenny. You said Purdy, Kenny, Ritter. How you ranking it
right now? Yeah, I mean, Howe was looking good those first 2 weeks, but yeah, those 4 picks that's gonna knock him down. That's 4 star. I mean, I'd take Howe and Ritter right now. Oh, I don't know if this is gonna be a hot
Fields
take.
and
I think
Wilson?
I would. I don't know if that's going to be a hot take right now, but man.
Because, see, I wonder.
Howe actually looked competent in those first 2 weeks.
I like Howe. I'm not tripping on Howe. I wonder if Fields and Ritter switched.
Oh,
if Fields in Atlanta and Ritter is in Chicago, I think Fields looks way better.
Yeah.
And I think Ritter looks bad if he's in Chicago.
I'd have to think through that one a little bit more.
That's my only one. I'm with you though on
I'm saying
Howell and Wilson,
those
though.
quarterback
Yeah.
classes are a lot closer than what people were saying
Yeah.
whenever draft time was around.
And-
And then
and-
even this one, Bryce Young, he's so far. A-Rich, banged. I mean, it's so early. Never. I'm not even going to
Well,
bring them
I
up.
was gonna say though,
It's so early.
but I was gonna say Cunningham, Malik Willis, and Trey Lance, the question mark athletes. Now, granted, one went 3 overall, one went in the 4th or no, he was 5th round, right?
Malik went third
Third.
for the
Oh,
Titans.
I'm tripping. Yeah, he went third. It was it Howard? Who was the one that went late?
And
Between
Pickett's-
Corral
Howell.
and
Howell went
It was
fifth, yeah,
okay, but
he
I knew one of
dropped.
them was late.
Yeah, Howell was supposed to go like first or second. Howell was supposed to be like the number 1 pick going into his junior year.
Mm-hmm.
And then he
'Cause he was
fell
cooking
because
at UNC.
he lost all those UNC weapons.
Uh-huh.
And I think they started running his offense a little different.
Yeah.
And they had him in the second because we were talking about all those guys, right?
Yeah.
First, second round. And then he really dropped to the 5th, though.
Yeah.
We got Jacob Glenn saying refs should get fined for bad calls. Poor Minka.
I mean, we've been on that. We also say that refs should, have to be held accountable, make them do press conferences after the game. We talk about making refs full-time employees and all this other stuff. The NFL is not tripping. They like, man, fans still going to tune in. TV still going to, do what they're going to do in terms of dollars. So, unfortunately for us defenders, until the bottom line is affected, they not fitting to change that part just yet. They're going to let them refs ref the way that they ref. Like we talked about, if they wanted to review all them calls and have the independent person, we know they can do it. They pick and choose when they want to do that. When, New York, they called in. New York did this, all right. So, you know what it is. But everybody has to deal with the refs. That's the other part. So, it's like it's not just exclusive to us.
And some of it's on the NFL for implementing all
Yes,
these
that's
new
what I'm saying.
soft rules.
All
What was
right.
the latest one where like you can't be falling on a quarterback a certain way?
Yeah, it's like your body weight can't land on the quarterback. So it's like, okay, you have that forcible blow between the head and neck area. A forcible blow, if you're standing straight up and I'm hitting you and you're the quarterback and I'm trying to hit you in this area, it's like technically any of that is head and neck area. So it's subjective. When we talk subjective, now you get gray area. Gray area with humans. You ever try to call pass interference? You ever seen when they choose to call holding? You're like, bro, it looks the same when they call it versus when they don't call it. But it's subjective. They could fix it if they wanted to. I just don't think they have a desire to, because worst cases, bad call, they're still going to dominate headlines, because what are me and Deke doing? What do a lot of people do after every time there's some type of controversial or bad call? It dominates the TV. So it still works in their favor even when something bad happens with the officials, because we still going to talk about it.
Man, we're back next week.
Yep, 100%. So for them, they're like, bro, do we really need to change it, or is this just another part of the entertainment? Because now we give fans, media, and coaches just a potential out for if something doesn't go the way that it's supposed to. A lot of times after a game, especially if we don't win or something happened that we ain't like, we go into, hey, man, the refs, man, you seen the refs? NFL love that, baby. They ain't tripping on that. They're like, bro, yeah, keep talking about us, man. Keep talking about us.
828 Style 61 was looking like his number was 53 at times. I think he's starting for the Texans.
Cheers.
I had Red Zone up, and they flashed to that Jaguars-Texans game, and I think I heard Kendrick Green's name a couple times. So we might be going up against them.
That would be interesting. Very, very interesting. Shout out to Kendrick Green.
Look for some Keanu Benton props for this
Hey
week.
man, I hope he has a great week of practice this week. I hope everything works out so Kendrick can go ahead and start in his next home game. I want him to be able to start for his revenge game, Deke. I want him to feel good going in this week, man. Yeah. We need to make some phone calls to Houston, make sure he started.
Yeah, Sasha says he got a penalty, Deke. That's probably where I heard his name from. They were calling him for holding or something. But he was out there. That's what I'm saying. Like, they're playing him.
That was a bad call by the referee. You know how that go. He ain't hold.
That one,
Definitely bad call
I
by the
would
ref.
probably side with the ref. without even
Probably a
seeing
bad
it.
call by the ref. I'm just saying.
I'm going to guess the ref was right.
You know it was the ref that called a bad call right there, man. You really gonna route the ref. You know the referee was lying right there. You really think Kendrick hold of all the people? Kendrick, come on, bro, stop.
If I had to take a guess,
Come
yes.
on, bro, that's crazy. You know.
And
Kendrick
says, let's talk about that dog, Benton.
ooh, he got that dog in him. Ooh. Both versus the run and the pass, which I really was enjoying from him, man. Like I said, be a complete player. Don't just give me one dimensionals. Give me multiple aspects.
I am Pat Fryermuth. Join the upper room.
Shout out to I am Pat Fryermuth and welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
We also got Chris G.
Shout out
2 and
to
1,
Chris
and we're
G.
still missing 18 and 97. Also 26.
El Bell?
No, he threw a little McFarlane in there.
Oh, McFarlane. All right, respect.
We got Desmond King out there now. I have more faith in him than Gunner. Wow, McFarlane's on the IR.
And Calvin. Shout out to Calvin.
Yeah, if
Calvin-
Pierre didn't have that holding, that would have
Yeah.
been a nice return. And he's catching the ball with confidence
He
too.
is.
That's what I really want.
He is.
You combine that with obviously his breakaway speed.
Mm-hmm.
He's due. He's due for a touchdown, maybe even
Yeah.
2, hopefully. I wonder why we don't put him on kick returns though.
I wonder. Well, maybe they just don't want to put too much on him just yet. Maybe that could be it. Young player.
And I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And kickoffs, probably a little bit more violent, just the nature of how they are.
100% it is.
I mean, that the kickoff team is
yeah.
gearing up. They got all that head start on the run.
Yeah.
Calvin, obviously a smaller dude.
Kick-
Maybe that's why. I mean, that makes
Kickoff
sense.
has been one of the most violent and dangerous plays in all of football. We say, yeah, you get on kickoff, boy. Hey, call your mom and your daddy ahead of time telling you love them, because you might not make it out of here, man.
I could see that then.
Mm-hmm.
Either one of those reasons I'm good with, if that's what the Steelers are thinking. Tyler from the 3-3-4, fullback dive on 3rd and 1 after Najee just gained 9 yards. Clown season.
I mean, depending on how you look at the call, I get it.
We should have just done QB sneak.
Can make a case for it. Absolutely. I just feel like this, though. In these type of situations, if you don't pick up the first down, we're going to criticize and critique every little thing about the call. Whereas if the fullback dive would have worked, which we've seen it work last year with Derek White on multiple occasions, we would not be feeling like that. We would not be saying that. We wouldn't be putting the clown emojis up. But because it didn't work, and because it wasn't a run to Najee and it didn't work, now it's the clown emoji. But we could have ran that same call. It'd be Najee getting the ball on a regular dive, and we've been talking about all day some of the stuff that Najee was struggling with, and he could have got tackled, and we wouldn't be tripping. We'd be just like, oh, man, dang, come on, Naj. That's all. It just didn't work. I'm not tripping on the call, though, baby.
The good thing is that's not
was
one of the
early in the
main.
game, too.
That's not
Yeah.
one of the main storyways or
No.
storylines or main takeaways from yesterday's game. That's the good thing.
All right. It's
The
like, man,
offense
sometimes you're going to miss a call. Sometimes you're going to call a call that you think you got something that doesn't work. Yeah, I'll be expecting me to be perfect, like across the board. I'm like, bro, show me a quarterback and coordinator that are perfect for 4 quarters. Show me them.
A2A style, Jimmy. Well, I guess you could say Tua and McDaniel was that yesterday.
I ain't seen it.
Wait! You didn't see the game?
No. To say they were perfect, I just ain't say it.
70 points, 10 touchdowns.
No. I saw the numbers, but you also saw they had 2 backs. What? They account for 6. With the one back had 4 touchdowns, the other one had 3. So I'm like, all right, that's context. Something got to tell me something. Because the one running back wasn't even the starter. He had 18 for 202 and 4 tutties.
I'm just saying from like an
Yeah.
offensive standpoint, play caller plus because Tua also, what do you have, 4 touchdowns?
Yeah.
That's probably as close as you're going to get for a
Yeah.
single game, right?
To an
Of
extent.
perfection.
I'm with you, baby. Absolutely, I'm
10
with you.
touchdowns, 70 points.
Nah.
Could have if they wanted to, had the most points in
Should have had
NFL
the
history.
record, man.
I can't believe I'm saying that right now.
Man, it's it.
Kind of want to puke with those words coming out of my mouth at Tua and
I just need to see.
McDaniel were
I
almost
just need to see
perfection.
what it's really hitting for, and I'm glad we get a chance to find out this week.
Oh, is that what's going on here?
Okay. Okay, I'm ready to find out what that's really hitting
You're
for.
saying no perfection this
I
week.
don't know what you're talking about, Deke. You can say what you want to say, Deke, but I'm on a different type of time over here this week.
I'm just saying.
Okay, you know how you
Their
talk about
game
Baltimore
against the Broncos.
You remember when Baltimore came to town? Remember when Baltimore came? You felt some type of way. Remember when it was Cincy? You felt some type of way. I remember how he was talking about Cleveland. So you ain't about to sit up in here and be acting like Miami all this. We about to really find out. In fact, talk about them. Keep it going. We gonna get to the bottom of it, baby. Just wait on it. We gonna get to the bottom of it though, 100%. Just know that, cause I'm really interested. I'm intrigued. Deke. They got my attention this week. Just know.
Okay.
We're gonna find out.
Ooh, I don't know who I.
We're gonna find out.
Who do I want?
We're gonna find out. No. You want your guy. You and TG, y'all want y'all guy.
Who?
Tua.
That's not my guy.
That's y'all guy.
I just got to admit,
You like points.
He's better than Mitch at this point. I got to admit that.
He's better than Mitch.
I'm not sold on him.
We're going to find out.
He has impressed me very much this year, though.
I just want to find out. I'm just
I'll
ready
be
to
honest.
get to the bottom
He
of
has
it, baby.
very much impressed me this year.
Yeah, because I'm like, you putting on some hot stuff. But I ain't been there. I need to see what it's really hitting for. Because I don't know. I'm doing the math.
What time is that game?
It don't even matter. It's the right time. It's gonna have my eyes on it. That's what I know.
A2A style, Jimmy G can't escape. Jimmy G, he's a starter, but he's no franchise QB either, simply because he can't escape himself. Loved every bit of it.
It's Jimmy G, man. Not all quarterbacks are franchise quarterbacks, man, in the sense of elite tier. Some quarterbacks are QB1. He's QB1. He is a starter. He is a bona fide starter. He could win you games. He could lead your team. But, yeah, in terms of him being able to rise to that next level, that's the difference. Because it's not just always about extending the play. Sometimes it's about the decision-making as well. Sometimes you got to know when to make a decision in terms of throwing it away, when not to throw it away, when to be aggressive, when not to be aggressive. And, yeah, for, the young boy Jimmy, he be slacking a little bit in that area. He's kind of like Kirk in that vein, though.
Yep.
They got a lot of similarities right there. That's why I said Kirk, him, and Tannehill, bro, it's like a little family of them.
Yeah, Tannehill's the worst.
He's definitely the worst.
Out of those three.
He's definitely the worst.
We got A2A style. Kenny played a lot better, but sometimes instead of doing a 360 and run to his left, all he has to do is just step up in the pocket a little bit more.
Yeah.
Not passing, just things I noticed, but he played a really good game.
No, you on. Part of that comes with time. Comes with reps. If a player, like everybody has...
Especially with this O-line and what
Yeah.
he witnessed these first 2-3 weeks.
But every quarterback's going to have like their method of escaping. Some guys they always step up and drift to the right. Some guys always step up and drift to the left. Some guys, Russell Wilson, will reverse field on you, right? You think you got him, he can run out the back door. Some dudes just keep drifting. So for Kenny right now, yeah, his thing is the little 360 move. I'm going to get up out of there. All right. Hopefully, though, with more reps, more film study, and more just feeling it out there, he'll start to see that, yeah, the step up is there. And sometimes the step up is a way better option than the let me reverse out. Because also with Kenny, he's athletic, yes, but he's not the like blazer fast type either where he's going to outrun, multiple defenders. That's not his game either. So it's like, man, you're a way faster, more productive and efficient player. Just simply stepping up, climbing the pocket, and then if you were going to take, I'll take off that way versus the 360. Now I'm going to get out here and now I'm going to see if I can outrun this linebacker or safety or whoever to the sideline real quick. So, but no, I like it though, man. Yeah.
Let's go, UW. We got an Usher halftime show at this year's Super Bowl.
How you feeling about that, bro? When did they even announce it?
Might have been cool 20 years ago.
When did they even announce it, bro? I feel like they were talking about multiple names. I saw Lizzo come up at one point. Then it was just like I started seeing Usher commercials yesterday, bro.
Hell, you just got to go Taylor Swift at this point.
Low key, it felt like she had the Super Bowl yesterday. The way that everybody was hyping her up, it felt like she was at the Super Bowl. It felt like she performed at the Super Bowl yesterday.
Yeah, I think the NFL could have done better than Usher here.
But it is in Vegas. Usher has been in Vegas, and he's been making some headlines. I don't know how much you keep up with it, but
I don't.
Yeah. Every once in a while, man, just if you're going to see Usher in Vegas, make sure you and your lady have a convo ahead of time that y'all on the same page for, because clearly, not everybody's on the same page with their lady when they go to see Usher, and yeah, it can get real awkward and uncomfortable afterwards. Yeah.
He's taking dudes' girls.
Yeah, you make a case for it. You make a strong case for it, man. Make a strong case for it. It was like, dang, bro, it's not a good look at all. But the lady ain't help either. The lady played into it. And you like, bro, you too famous to play into it like that, bro. Like, come on, man. You know he was going to feel some type of way about that. That's Usher, though. So, shout out to him. But, yeah, since it's in Vegas, I was like, all right, maybe that's the vibe. Because he's already been out there, and that's his thing. It's his stomping grounds right now. Just let him go up there and let it burn. Yeah.
No, I don't.
It's Usher, baby.
It would not have been my choice for a halftime performance.
Because I always wanted, and how do you call him Usher or Usher? Because I always hear him saying, it's like Usher, baby. I always be wondering how you want to pronounce it. I say it both ways.
Just Usher.
Just Usher? All right.
Yeah.
Okay. But shout out to him either way, though.
Yeah, I think Taylor Swift would have been the play. Taylor Swift's probably too big for that, though, to be honest, at this point.
It's a strong possibility she's too big for that, bro.
Like, she could. I mean,
But no,
there are
Beyonce-
stars that
Beyonce
could turn
did
it.
it. Beyonce did it and shut it down. So Taylor could definitely do it and shut it down too. She could have.
No, she could, but like
Yeah.
Beyonce's even a person that I don't think anyone would question if she just said,
Turn it down.
I don't want to
Yeah.
do Super Bowl.
100%.
Yeah, there are stars like Lady Gaga probably could have gone without doing the Super Bowl halftime
Yeah.
show.
You're right.
There's certain people, and Taylor Swift is definitely at that point in her
100%.
career where
She-
she could do whatever she wants.
She's like Drake. Drake could be like, bro, I'm too big for the Super Bowl.
Actually, Drake would be a better call than Usher. If
I
if
would
you're
be
gonna,
down for that as
yeah,
well.
if you're
But,
gonna throw out a name, that,
but could Drake definitely be like, bro, I'm too big for this?
yeah,
He's just like Taylor Swift. Yeah.
yeah. So Usher, yeah, I guess Usher's needing this for his career is what we're saying.
No, man, Usher a vibe, bro. This is just one of the ones where it's like,
He's trying to revive his career.
no, Usher still been on, bro. Usher had the Tiny Desk situation, man. We went crazy, became a whole me. Watch this, watch this. All right. Usher's been on. People still love Usher. You got to remember,
Is he
Usher's,
dropping new albums?
think of like how Chris Brown has never faded away, right? Because he sells sex and he could sing. Usher sells sex and he can sing, bro. He's never gonna fade away. There are always gonna be ladies that love to be sung to by a dude that sells sex, man. And that's Usher, just like Chris Brown, just like Michael Jackson. Any of these singers that could do that, they gonna always be relevant. And I'm gonna say pause because it just seemed real. I don't want y'all to think it's kind of weird. I'm confident in my sexuality. I don't mind compliment dude singing, he sells sex. I with you, man. All right, he ain't gonna good at it. He been doing it for a while, okay? He been doing it for a while. But that's him, man. Yeah, so I'm like, he's always gonna be.
He could have
around.
turned it down. You're saying?
I wouldn't have been surprised if he did. But he's always gonna be around. He never like just goes away because it's Usher.
I thought they already had this stuff locked up like
I
a
thought
year
so
or so in
too,
advance. I didn't
bro.
think it was like during the season they
Like
did
months
these Super
away.
Bowl
We're
announcements.
months away.
Yeah,
Think about it. The Super Bowl is in February.
yeah. I thought we already had a person.
Yeah.
Ryan McPherson says Kenny the next Josh Allen.
Levi Wallace said he saw some similarities. So it just depends on how you feel about it. I'm gonna just say that's a very steep expectation to set for Kenny, but I would love it because I'm all for a Josh Allen style quarterback. He reminds me of Ben Roethlisberger, so anytime I get those type of parallels, I just love those type of quarterbacks. So yeah, if Kenny could do that, then I'm all for it. But I just, like I said, that's putting him up there with, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take his comment there as a positive. I think essentially
It's definitely a positive.
I think essentially what he's saying is Kenny is gonna be in the elite class, which I agree with.
Mm-hmm.
I already made that claim. Dane Fowler, the Boz did his thing yesterday. The 57-yarder was beautiful. Good to see him back in Pro Bowl form. And with Justin Tucker missing, hey,
Never know. You got a chance, man.
hey.
You got a chance. Let's go.
Yeah, and these are dead center cut kicks
Mhm.
from Boss. Like
Yep.
there's no doubt about any of these. That 57 probably would have been good from at least 60 yesterday. That had some room.
Mm-hmm. Dead center, baby. Dead center.
Anthony Lashley. Austin looking like he's for real. Deontay is looking money. Deontay.
So maybe he's just saying it almost like if Calvin is looking good and he's cheap,
Yeah.
Deontay with
Cap
money.
casualty.
Yeah, kind of like I know people are going to start probably looking at Cam Hayward in a similar fashion if the D-line plays like how they play. Just
Well,
because
his
of the money
contract's up. So.
Right. So it's cool unless he wants to come back. Then it becomes not cool, right?
He'll take the team friendly deal for sure at this point. He's a Steeler. He's a Steeler for life. Cam come back, 10 mil, little double digits, 2-3 year deal.
They moved on from Ben. They moved on from Troy. They'll move on from anybody.
I don't have doubt that
Yeah.
the Steelers will move on, but I think Cam would want to stay if he's gonna
I'm with you.
continue to play for the
Yeah.
next 2-3 years.
I'm with you.
And if that means taking a little bit of a discount, I could see him doing that.
Yeah. Because that's my thing. I'm like, how much of a discount is a little bit of a discount when we're going to potentially talk about players having to start getting paid? And that's the only thing when because he's going to be still missing some time right now. The more Keanu Ben, DeMarvin Leal, Larry Ogunjobi makes plays and looks good, the more you start looking kind of like what that comment was about the Calvin and Deontay Johnson, where
Sure.
you're like, yeah, well, this is still cheaper than that, and it's producing. So
I'm telling you, Cam is what the bus was to those early 2000 teams, to this team.
I'm with you,
to this
bro.
2022,
Yeah.
2023
I'm with you,
version.
bro. I'm definitely with you, man.
But
Yeah.
at this,
Was Bussy getting paid with Cam? Like, not now. Granted, we know the money was different, but I'm
I don't
terms
know.
of
Yeah, I don't know. But I will say this:
Yeah.
Bus was still productive though, too,
Yeah.
up until his last year. Then he became basically strictly goal line back.
Gotcha.
Willie Parker took over, but I believe.
But that was when Seven asked him to come back. Though.
Yeah, Ben's
Right.
rookie year, it was the combo of Bus and Deuce Staley. They each had like 800-900 yards.
Okay.
Like, it was a good little tandem. So
Yeah.
Cam Hayward, like
Yeah.
he could still be in that mix on the D line. I mean, when he comes back, I'm
Right, it's a
expecting him
different
to still be
combo,
Cam Hayward this year.
absolutely.
I'm just thinking 2-3 years down the line here too.
That's the thing. I was just like, "Bet you gotta get healthy, but make sure you keep producing because that's definitely how that starts to happen, man."
Colton Choi Fu. Some plays I really liked. That one misdirection screen they did to Jalen was beautiful.
Mhm.
I can see how Canada's offense can leave defenses off balance.
Yeah. The misdirection screen this week, I told you about the two designs where he was essentially creating a picket fence for Jalen Warren last week versus Cleveland, the two long pass plays that Warren had. 3 wide receivers to one side. They run over the middle of the field, kind of run stop routes. Jalen Warren out the backfield. Nice little easy throwing catch, but he's able to turn up and run. And now it's a foot race because the linebackers had to work through the traffic and he's chasing them. Those are all nicely designed plays, man, 100%. So, yeah, I'm with you on that, man.
Give me a sec. Next is S. Dresden. Story of Tomlin units. Just get by. The bums with bad quarterbacks lose to any good quarterback, blown out by any good team. Mediocrity is the standard.
I mean, that's a perspective.
No. I don't see it. I don't see it.
I mean, technically the stats would also reflect that. Just depending on, I guess, where you draw your line at
Well, here's the
good
thing.
team, good quarterback. Cause
Here's the thing. Deshaun Watson just had
he just cooked.
a
Yeah.
good game in week 3.
Miles Garrett went off, too. I don't know if you saw that.
So, I mean, yeah, Browns are 2-1. Are they a good team or are they a bum team? I don't know, but like,
Yeah. That's more like just personal opinion. And that's why I'm like, yo, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel, baby. We ain't tripping on it. But
I'm
that's
trying to
more of
think.
opinion based.
Last year, I mean, and this was at this point what Kenny's 4th or 5th start.
Yeah.
We kind of went toe to toe with the Bengals.
Is Brady a good quarterback?
1-score game.
Beat Brady last year?
We beat them. That was a bad Bucs team. I will say that. But that was with our secondary was absolutely decimated.
Who was our second?
That was. I thought that was a huge.
In time,
plus
were we
for Tomlin's
a
resume.
good team at that point?
Yeah, that was.
So what are we saying here?
Yeah, that was a great one actually. When you can remember like we were so decimated on defense.
All right, I'm just asking.
I mean, Mitch week 1 last year we beat the Bengals on the
I'd
road.
just be asking. Bengals were they good last year or they sucked last year? They had to be. They probably was a terrible team last year.
No, they were all right.
They had to be really good. They had a playoff win versus a really good team, man. Really motivated, like highly inspired team on the road. Like for them to do that, man. Yeah, I mean, yeah. In fact, they went to the AFC Championship game if I remember.
I
correctly.
will say this: what he's saying in terms of like getting blown out against some of these good teams over the last 2-3 years. Yeah, that's not acceptable. But I do think we've had broken teams as well.
Going into the Chiefs game,
We've had
postseason.
Yeah, we've had some broken teams. Like those defenses, like Ben's last year, that defense was terrible. That rush defense was god awful. And then last year, that's when we moved on from Ben. We had our whole situation on offense.
Yep.
Mitch to Kenny. Kenny gets hurt. Back to Mitch. Finding our identity there. TJ Watt out for half the season too. So I don't think that's going to be the case going forward. I guess that's my big point here.
No, respect.
I think our team is going to be legitimate contenders. I think we're going to be hanging with good teams. And we're just we're going to be good. We're going to feel like we belong. But I guess if you want to take week 1 from this year against the 49ers and use that as another example, fine.
Respect.
I'm going to say that's week 1. I think that's going to be the outlier for the season for us. And we'll see how it plays out.
We're going to find out, baby. That's the beautiful part about it. Yeah.
A2A style, this was actually a Steelers football game. It always comes down to a point in Steelers football that they have to make your blood pressure rise. If it don't, it's not Steeler football. Think about it.
Swear. That's how we call it cardiac, baby. Cardiac steals. You know how we do it, man. If you're not winning it right at the end, if your pulse doesn't in the last 2 minutes, like, did you really watch the game? Y'all thought we was fit to be up 30 and sit down the starters in the fourth. No, man. That's if y'all staying up late, we're gonna entertain y'all. That's all. They entertain the people. Salute them for that.
Next, we have just a time check. We're at 6:20.
All right.
Probably got like 25 super shit, maybe 20 super.
Let's press through. We're gonna press. We pressing.
Do you got a hard deadline?
I mean,
here?
technically, I always do, but we're gonna press. Let's press, baby. We good.
So we'll try for 6:30.
Yeah,
we'll try.
We'll try.
828 style. We will not apologize for winning. Period.
Ain't that the truth, baby? You can't apologize for winning, baby. When it happens for a reason.
Justin Watson, the incline graphic was absolutely embarrassing. I didn't see what he was talking about.
Either.
Did Sunday Night Football put up a graphic with an incline?
Oh no, I don't know.
I'll have to look at it.
I'll tell you what. Speaking of graphics, though, they were doing that graphic where they showed the surgery that Brock Purdy had for the Thursday night game last week, bro, and they had like a visual 3D of the surgery. Yeah, that joint was kind of nasty looking, bro.
I didn't see that either.
Yeah.
Do I even watch these games?
Bro, they was showing them like slices up. It's like, yo, this is what the tendon looks like. And this is how they fold the tendon this way. And then they do that. I'm like, just cut the channel. Just stop. It's gross, man. Yeah, man.
I swear I watched that whole game and I didn't see it. Mm-hmm. I'm just not paying attention.
Yeah,
to
they definitely did that. I was like,
graphics they're posting up. What else we got here? All right. Yeah, like I said, we probably got like 20 here. Q, Moats and Deke, I need you to watch the 27-yard run by Pickett and watch Pickens trying to make a block down the field. It was absolutely hilarious.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he whiffed. He completely whiffed.
Shut up.
It was pretty funny. I like the effort, but what I think that means is he's being put on blast all over social media.
So that he's trying hard. Yep.
I guarantee you we get a
100%.
highlight from the Texans game, like back to what we're used to seeing from Pickens blocking. He's gonna push a dude on the ground at the line of scrimmage. Oh yeah, he whiffed.
Oh man,
he whiffed, and then as he's landing, one of the Raiders like absolutely deck him.
What?
Yeah, Pickens was trying to lay out a dude, but there was just no one there. It was a phantom block.
And he got caught.
Yeah, and then like as he's landing down.
Oh no!
Yeah,
he go body something this week. For a fact, go body something.
Oh yeah, because everyone's bashing Pickens right now, like in a fun way. It's like Pickens really needs to work on his blocking.
Yeah, they said it in the chat. Yeah, all right. Shout out to IR Prime and Thad C. Let's go.
Smooth Kid 16, loving this foot to ass mentality from all four of our inside linebackers. The NFL got to stop taxing them extra for being physical.
No, big facts, man. Big facts. Them boys is coming downhill and hitting hard. I love it. Love it. Speaking of taxing, did you see that Jaylen Warren played for free, man?
Last week, yeah.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, that's a tough one.
I'd give him a contract extension right now.
Respect.
I would.
How much you paying? It's the running back, bro.
You
don't pay no running
just
back.
A few million, just to
a few
get him
million.
up from the pennies that he's getting right now.
Just a few million.
And the production that he's getting.
This is the running back market.
I feel bad in a way.
This is the running back market, bro. Don't let your emotions get to you now.
I feel bad. I mean,
you once loved Najee too. Remember that. Okay, it's a circle of life. The same way you have transitioned from Najee to Jaylen, because I remember you told me Najee was top 5 running back and all that, and now we not even 2 years removed, and we passed that. It's gonna come a time with Jaylen where you gonna have similar feelings towards him. All right, so treat running backs like they're supposed to be treated. Running backs are girlfriends, not wives.
I'd like to hope not.
Nope, they're girlfriends, not wives. You can't marry them. You can date them, but you can't marry them.
I think Jalen's game can age better though. I think he could be around longer.
So you think this the one?
I hope. I already said I want another Jalen in here.
You think you found her, huh? You told me you found it with Najee
for
too.
Like 50-60% of the time.
You told me Najee was the one.
I'm just we need another running back like Jalen in here. I don't want to put it all on Jalen.
Okay.
We need like 2-3 running backs. Look at what the Dolphins did. This is how we got to be thinking about the running back
Dolphins
position.
got Tua, bro. Tua make everything work.
It's not like that. They got Mostert. They got this other dude, a chain.
Yeah, the dude went for 200 or something. Yeah, whoever he is. We're going to find out soon.
They were trying to get Dalvin Cook, too. Don't they have another, like, a third running back?
No, they moved, whatchamacallit. They, Edmonds. They sent him to Denver in the Chubb trade. Okay. The Bradley Chubb trade. But you're right. I feel like there's one other person they have down there. Definitely
it's at least decent. Yeah. It has a name.
Mm-hmm.
A2A style. Listen, y'all. D Adams is just him. Guess what? He lost though.
Facts. Big facts, man. Give me all them numbers. As long as you take the L, good doing business with you. And that worked out really well for my son because he like is a big Devontae fan, so he like his game, but he loves the Steelers. So when Devontae scored, my son was about to cry like he was pissed. And I'm like, well, no, G, think about it this way, man. Devontae scored, right? That's your guy. You like Devontae scoring. It's like, yeah, but it's on the Steelers. I was like, no. We just had to get his point so you could feel good about Devontae. Now we're going to blow him out. We're going to whoop him. So everything else worked out good. It worked out. You know what I mean? Parenting, Deke. Parenting a son that is into sports and likes players is like, God, dog, man. It's very just emotional roller coaster. Very emotional roller coaster, man. Yeah.
A2A style. Dawes would be a great OC with the brain that he's got.
Come on, man. Check out my dog.
He might
man.
actually be a halfway decent quarterback, too.
Hey, put some respect
might.
on him, man. You know he ain't got weapons out there. It's AZ. You know what he working with.
Not Hollywood.
Outside
Brown.
outside of James Conner, he ain't working with that. Hollywood played. He played in Baltimore first, so
Hollywood was making some catches in that game.
It was more Dobbs. You know, Dobbs dropping dimes, man.
I got to give Dobbs some credit. He's
Man.
doing good. Kajana Haney. When are we going to say TG is right? I already did. The offense seems to have a little more juice when Warren is on the field.
Can you please not say that TG was right? Deke, you know how TG be texting, bro. You'd never hit an end if TG actually knows he was right. TG's never right, all right? TG might have came up with an idea, but he was not right. We just going to throw it out there now. We are not about to say he was right because, no, we're not doing this.
G. Alexander, Wagwan Moats.
Why go on?
Canada is sabotaging Najee with the play calls. Check both 40, what's he saying, 40 RBs tomorrow. If J-Dub was RB1, he would get hurt. Look at the same amount of hits that he took. I'll say this, man. I just feel like whenever Jaylen Warren gets the ball, defenders are falling off of him. They can't tackle him. So I don't know if he'd be taking the same shots Najee does.
Just as a outsider looking in as a defender. One is a target. The other one is scary. Najee is a target. You look, he takes a lot of flush hits, a lot of shots. It's not very elusive. His game is power. But as we've talked about numerous times in the NFL, power isn't scary because a lot of us are big and strong. We got that part. It's the shifty, it's the speed that gets you because not everybody can run like that, especially when you're talking about running backs. For Jalen, when he's running the exact same plays, if I'm meeting Jalen Warren in the A gap versus if I'm meeting Najee in the A gap, there are two different mindsets. With Najee, I'm going full speed and I'm like, bro, you're not about to run me over. We're about to have a car crash, but at the end of the day, you gonna go down because it's just that type of vibe. With Jalen, you can't take that approach. You almost have to, like, you want to attack it, but he's fast enough and elusive enough that he's stepping out of stuff, stepping around stuff. Prime example, you look at Marcus Peters. He had two plays that were identical. Runs in the backfield, grabs Naj, fights with Naj for a little bit, brings Naj down. Same play, he runs in the backfield, grabs on Jalen Warren. Jalen Warren then wiggled out of that thing and picked up 6. Just one player is right now showing a better ability to make guys miss and extend plays. And also we pick up the positive yards, man. So, yeah, like I said, I know Najee's the first rounder, and rightfully so. We should have feelings for him. We should be invested in him. But we can't allow those feelings to make us ignore what happens when Jalen Warren is on that field, and more importantly, when Jalen Warren has that ball in his hand. Because that's what it ultimately would turn into. Because of our feelings for Najee, and we're like, no, we can't do that to Naj. We're going to ignore how this dude is cooking right now. It's like, nah, man. Naj understand. This is the professionals. It's a production league. Gotta produce, baby.
Crystal Pravat, what's with 39? Thought he was going to be the MVP of the defense.
Oh, come on, Crystal, man. My dog Mink been over there catching some bodies. You feel me? I ain't like the call in terms of the, roughing, but we kind of talked about that. The only other thing, well, I will say this. I ain't tripping on Devontae beating one-on-one. That's fine. If we want to get a, split hairs with Minka, could he have tackled better at times? Sure. But a lot of dudes get a tackle better at times, man, when Devontae and company had that rock. Man, especially Devontae. Devontae's Devontae, though. So that's my thing. But Minka still was balling. Shoot. He still was affected a lot on that back end, man. So with Minka, like how you said earlier, Minka, TJ, they are them type of dudes where it's like Minka can have 11 tackles in that game, PBU, have Devontae Adams scared at one point on the sideline. It's like, it was kind of
I thought Minka was going to go for a pick there maybe. But yeah,
I thought he was about to kill him.
Yeah, he was headhunting.
Yes. I was like, yo, Minka's about to get thrown out. He's about to kill this dude, bro.
I was like, dude, just go for the pick. I think you can get this pick. But no, he wanted to set the tone there.
And Devontae knew that. I was like, yo, God, dog, Minka, don't kill him, please. God, don't do that tonight, man. I couldn't take that one. I'm like, how you got Chubb? That's cool, man. No, don't do Devontae. No, not Devontae, man. Come on, baby. I like receivers more than running backs. I'm sorry.
G. Alexander, what going Moats? Oh, wait, I already read this one. Didn't I?
You good. Yeah. You hit that one already.
All right. How about this one? Is it Victory?
Yes.
Asher. Canada finds plays that work and run those plays into the ground. Don't move the pocket or jet sweeps against the Texans. Different O plan next week. He's saying mix it up a little bit.
Okay.
Let's go, UW. Presley Harvin had a literal historic night for the Steelers. Best punting average in a game with 6+ punts. Franchise history. Bobby Walden had a 54.0 in 1970. Okay, so Bobby Walden's first. Presley Harvin was second, 53.8.
Dude, that's crazy.
So, yeah, best.
And that was since 1970.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, he was great last night.
I like that.
828 style. I'm stacking all Dolphins players in all future fantasy lineups. LOL. Should he do that this week?
Hey man, proceed with caution, baby. Or what they say, swim at your own risk. Hey, start any Dolphins play at your own risk. That's all I'm saying, baby. And start their defense at your own risk as well. Okay.
I would love to see them against the U.S. track team. May lose, but not by much.
And I do remember now, this was actually one of the games where I was upset when the schedule initially came out, but I'm actually happy it did work out because we're both still on the road this week, so I can actually be in the crib watching because they both are at 1. Yeah, but since we're at the crib, or since Stills on the road, I ain't got to be at the stadium, so I'm good.
Gotcha.
Crisis averted.
Let's get UW. When are we going to start seeing Washington get some attention? He hasn't got a catch yet.
Yeah, I think that's going to come. That's definitely going to come, man. It's a part of the evolution of it. But I just like the fact that he's blocking the way that he's blocking, man. He's at least carved out a role there. The attempts will come. They'll definitely come.
Rich Rasmussen.
Shout out to Rich. We ain't heard from Rich in a minute, baby. Yeah.
Good,
shout out to you, Rich, man. Hope all is well on your end.
People call him P2 Wash like they never watched him play. He is aggressive. He is always giving up big plays. Just makes up for them with splash.
Yeah, that's P2, man. You watch P2. P2 is aggressive. He's going to go find that ball. And that's the one thing that does stay true with him.
Were you concerned about the early slip?
No, because what did I talk about the slip the first time it happened versus IU? It's always a slip when it's our guy. When it's our receiver making it happen, we like, yo, he just routed him up.
Well, that's what I'm wondering.
Didn't
you said the more you're slipping, the later you are in your career?
Yeah.
Those are the signs of being washed.
Did it look like that was a slip, or did it look like Devontae Adams routed him up? That's all I'm saying. And Pat P would agree if he was being true about it. Now, as a player, when it's your play, you like, heck nah, bro, I slipped. I don't care what you said. You ain't slipped when Jacoby Myers ran that route, though. You ain't slipped when that was Hunter Renfrow running that route, bro.
He wasn't acclimated to the turf yet.
That's what it was.
Early in the game.
Okay, that's what it was. Yeah.
I mean, outside of that, I thought he played
played
fine.
well, but that's Pat P, though. Pat P is still aging like a fine wine. He's just not going to give you every single play of elite tier. But he's still Patrick Peterson. He still done forgot more than half these dudes out here even know. So that's going to help him age. And then he's still a heck of an athlete. We just talked about him going from being like God tier athlete to just like regular athlete. So you're going to have some of these where you're seeing some of the cross. Like, so think about the deep ends that we've been seeing in terms of guys bursting away from him. That's a part of the slowdown part. When you talk about a dude being on the run, get on his toes, burst off, and he coming out. Okay, that's a part of it. But the rest of it is like, yo, he's still doing everything else that you need.
I think JPJ is going to be a big X factor for the secondary as the season goes on.
They're rolling him out slowly but surely. He's getting more and more reps. I like the fact they're protecting him, though. protect him, keep him right, build it up.
He had 2 plays I distinctly remember on Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
The one was the quick slant across the middle. Okay, whatever. But
Little
he had that nice one early on.
Yeah.
Or was it Devontae Adams out? JPJ was right there.
Yeah. And that's what we're talking about in terms of like the slow build up, right? Safety help. We're not saying JPJ come out here, play solo with leverage, could go either way. It's like, no, we giving it real clear to you, bro. Your safety help is right here. Do not let him beat you across your face. He's executing those things like that. That's the part where it's like, yo, you do that consistently every single time. Now we can put more on your plate. Now we can get you out there sooner rather than later. Because he definitely, like I said, he got the talent. We know he got the talent.
How much time we got?
Just trying to stop at 40, 45 at the latest.
Okay. G. Alexander, refs sucked last night. They screwed us with the Minka play. Our O-line is a magic trick each week. Now you see me, now you don't. Big leg press.
That boy said, yeah, magic trick. Lord have mercy. Yeah, they Houdini this a little bit. But they were in Vegas, though. So maybe they were just following suit. You know, magic shows, all that type of stuff.
We traded our main magician before the season started to the Texans. Hopefully we'll see him do some of his best work against us this week.
We're going to see, man. We're going to see. I hope so.
We got LeVar Dawson. Bet Deke is down. Would you trade number 2 to the Jets for the Jets' third-string running back from Pitt? Yeah, Banacana. That's the dude I keep bringing up. Absolutely, I'd do it right. I'd trade Najee for him right now, in fact. So, yeah, if we're trading Mason, yeah, absolutely, right now.
Said Mason gets no love. That's crazy, bro.
Call him up.
I would like it for Mason, though. The same way Dobbs get an opportunity, I'd be all for it, man.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that.
Yeah.
James Skitka. Do you guys hear about the team charter plane having to make an emergency landing in Kansas City, coming home from Vegas last night? Pretty scary, but thank God everyone's okay. Ravens responsible? Question mark. Maybe.
Nah, they had it was like something with the oil pressure, so they ended up staying in Kansas City. They left again. It was right around like 11 a.m. today. So yeah, definitely heard about that.
They landed at like 1 or something, right?
Yeah, definitely heard about that. Yeah, because all of our media, they pushed everything media-wise back like every day and stuff. So yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, glad
because
everything's
everybody,
good.
yeah, all the important people was on that flight. We like, yeah,
it's definitely a sucky start to the week. Honestly, it makes you think. Remember, I asked this, like, why don't we just stay on the West Coast, maybe?
Yeah,
we're already in Vegas. Why don't we just spend the week in Houston?
Yeah.
We got AJ Martinez gifting 5 Moats memberships to Kurt Von A, Steel City 74, Malachi Esposito, Harper U, and Amario Wade.
Shout out to AJ Martinez being a rock star at life and all those names that Deke just said. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
We got AJ Martinez saying, let's freaking go Steeler Nation. Love you all.
Yeah, man. Let's get after it, baby. We almost there, Deke. I see light at the end of the tunnel, man.
Yeah. Sticky Bubbles. How about number 6? Thickest Kickus.
Bro, y'all funny. Big boot press. Let's go. Thickest Kickus.
Dad C. Marcus Peters wants to be a Steeler.
Has to be, bro.
Oh, is he just talking about the play that he dropped?
I've never seen him drop it. But I ain't tripping on it. Sometimes, like I said, you'd rather be lucky than good, man.
I didn't know if he said anything in his post game where it was like, oh, man.
Come get me.
Steeler, yeah.
Don't forget me.
Wow, Steeler Nation really showed out. Wish I was part of an organization like that. I guess he. Yeah,
we got
he's
space for
just
him,
talking about dropping the pick.
We got space for him. If you want to come, we got space for him. Nah.
Wouldn't be the worst thing.
And Rod Dollar, I see you. We missed you too, because you be rocking with all the content, man. This show and the Steelers Nation radio show. Salute you, man. Yeah, we be back on tomorrow though, man. We some content there.
We got 828 style. Mike T knowing that Canada was going to be the OC. I seriously can't understand why we drafted Najee instead of Etienne. It would have been the perfect marriage.
Yeah, I know how I felt about Etienne, bro.
Yeah, Moats was on that before everyone.
You know how I feel about that, man.
We also got,
but I mean, that's how it goes sometimes, man. Hindsight 2020, yeah, but it's still what it is right now.
We got Draylon Warren undrafted.
So yeah, so win.
Good value there.
Yep.
AJ Martinez, Najee would be a destroyer on any other team. 2-2 is taking on 6 to 8 players. Nobody even trying to block for Naj. Nobody is blocking a body.
Nothing against what you just said, man, but 30 make dudes miss. That's the only difference right now. But I'm with you, though. I'm definitely with you, because I do be seeing it.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not
yeah,
all
we not
Najee.
saying
I
it. Have-
just literally think the offense is
with you.
better when Jalen Warren's in the game.
Yeah.
That's all. I think we move the ball better. I think we're less predictable.
Yeah.
Rum Hut has joined the upper room.
Shout out the Rum Hut and welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
AJ Martinez, the land of the balls is real. Much thanks to 9.
Put some respect on his name. 57 logo boss.
We got skydiving Hex saying, my gripe with Naj is that he's always trying to go beast mode and
Yeah.
stiff arm all this other stuff. Why can't he just fall forward and take what's there?
Yeah. I'm with you. I think that's one of those things, though, man. As a running back, they just have to feel that. Almost like a quarterback decide when to throw it away versus when to extend. For a running back, when to cover up and just fall forward versus when to try to fight. Yeah, but I didn't play NFL running back, so I can't 100%, give you more. But I do feel like I do agree.
We got AJ Martinez saying, fire Canada and fire the next 5 OCs. LOL. That's not bad, getting ahead of it.
Mm-hmm. He just added a curve because that's the method. We fire one, we can fire the next one. Just keep it going.
We got Roberto. Gonna keep it real. No Canada slander for the week, fellas. Also, TJ is in the lead for the depoy right now. I would agree.
100%. And yes, no Canada slander this week. Canada has earned the good graces. Let's go.
Mike Schrader, Matt Canada promoted from Sweetmaster to NFL OC.
He's cooking, bro. He's cooking right now, man.
I liked what I saw from the offense.
And
I
he's
did.
going to have another one this weekend. I'm telling you, he's going to have another one.
Literally, my only suggestions are get Jalen Warren in more over Najee and give Kenny, if it's not already the case right now, give him more autonomy at the line. So if the box is stacked, we could get out of a play that's just going to maybe be no gain or just like a 1 yard or something like that.
For sure.
Those would be my 2 things. But I think you could do the second part if you get Jalen Warren in the game more, because I think you can make more adjustments.
Take advantage of it. Man.
Yeah, you can make more adjustments. You could do different formations with Jalen as opposed to Najee. AJ Martinez, free Najee and protect 8, wrap 8 in more padding, or number 10 is going to be leading us to the playoffs. Nobody's body can survive that beating.
Yeah, he be taking some shots, bro. Put him like in the little Giants, man. Just all that little padding and stuff like that, man. Get him right. But he's tough, though. Respect him. He's tough as heck, man.
AJ Martinez, if I was Pickett calling plays, instead of saying break to break the huddle, I would say let the beatings begin. LOL.
He need to be encouraging them folk. Hey, O-line, what y'all want this week for dinner? Okay? What y'all want? It's on me if y'all keep me safe. Just for 4 quarters. Don't let me get crushed again.
Let's go, UW. NFL is looking to put games in Brazil and Spain. That's pretty cool.
That actually is dope, though. I ain't against it, man.
No, not at all. That's pretty cool.
I'm sure we got Steelers fans in Brazil and in Spain.
King Whopper, do y'all actually think Kenny is the franchise QB? Yeah.
I'm TBD. I think he could be QB1. I need to see Kenny be franchise because franchise is different. If Kirk isn't franchised, then yeah, I don't know just yet.
AJ Martinez, KG lead blocker for Najee from fullback position. He's not on the team anymore.
Yeah, I wish he was getting that. I won't get them no more. Who actually? I actually saw somebody was doing that. Who was I watching? I was watching somebody's game yesterday. They was putting an old lineman in the backfield on short yardage runs, and he was actually hitting folk, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah. He actually wore 53, too. Looked just like Kendrick. I was like, dang, I see you 5'3".
Man.
Which game was that? Dang. Oh, well.
GF. I hope that win doesn't get us distracted. The Texans' offense is moving better than I thought. CJ passing number has been crazy.
No, they have. I need to see the tape, man. I got to see what is actually transpiring. Especially this Jags game, because they got out the Jacksonville.
Well,
bro.
they had a fullback take a kick back to the house for like 85 yards. It was ridiculous. Yeah. So that's part of it. Jaguars were looking like they were starting to come back.
Mm-hmm.
I knee-jerk reaction right now, too. I want to say a lot of Stroud's yards in the first 2 games were garbage time.
Fair. Okay.
Not as much this last game, though, because they obviously were leading. They were in the mix the whole time. That's my knee-jerk. But again, like you said, I actually have to watch those games. Grayson Brown, happy Victory Monday, fellas. KP8 plus 6 equals GP14.
Hey.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Let's go.
We got to see more of it. Also, run game looking better. 2-2 and 30 looking better, and better each game.
As a whole, man, a big step in the right direction, man, in all three phases. We just got to keep doing this, man. As long as you keep getting better each and every week, man, we going to feel really good about this team at the end of the season, and this team is going to be playing the way that they're supposed to be playing come postseason time, man. But one game at a time, always one game at a time.
AJ Martinez says either free Najee or save, a.k.a. help Najee.
Trade him.
Yeah. We got Vagabond Abstract. 4 years ago, fans were chanting for Canada to take over the play calling, and Miami was interested in hiring him as a coordinator. In an alternate universe, we have McDaniel making KPA look like an MVP. He's probably just taking another head coaching job, right?
Probably. Because Canada wasn't getting head coaching opportunities, just coordinator. Whereas McDaniel was just head coach opportunities.
Vagabond Abstract is joining the upper room.
Shout out to Vagabond Abstract and welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
King Whopper saying, Moats, you taking your lady to see Usher?
Probably not. Unless she really wanted to, then I'd be like, all right, we could talk about this, but we're gonna have to definitely have a set of understanding and expectations beforehand, because some of the stuff that I would see, I'm like, yeah, I'm not cool with that. I ain't jealous, I ain't none of that, but yeah, it's a respect thing. You feel me?
Respect.
If you with me, you with me. You feel me? That's just how I feel about it.
Right.
Yeah.
I might have missed one or two because this jumped on me before I was able to get some screenshots.
All right.
I'm at Dondre Zell.
So I got one ahead of you.
Okay.
S. Dresden says, dare Deke to say with a straight face that KP is anywhere near Caleb Williams. Laughing out loud. Dang. So he's basically trying to see if you can legit with a straight face say that
What's
Kenny
the dare?
Pickett is, that you can just
That's
say
a
that.
dare.
Yeah, you don't think you can say it with a straight face, bro?
I think it's the truth.
That Kenny is better than Caleb Williams, or that he's even close to Caleb Williams.
Yeah, KP8 over Caleb Williams.
Deke said it. I ain't said it. Deke said it.
Dondre Zell, then. What young guy will break out first? Jalen, GP, Calvin, or Kenny?
I mean, Calvin is making a case. I feel like GP is kind of already broken out.
Yeah,
Unless we're
I think
saying,
they're all going to be doing it kind of the same accord.
Right. Like GP, I feel like he's gonna have more of the sexy plays. Calvin has the wow factor though, with the speed. Warren, we're already seeing. We talking about him taking over potentially, and Kenny is cooking. Or at least he did yesterday to an extent. So it's like all them dudes are gonna be cooking. I feel like for us to be what we want us to be, all of them gonna be cooking.
Yeah.
They got to.
Nicholas Stevens just giving us some support.
Mm-hmm.
First super chat from him.
It's no dark grind for me, Deke. I see light at the end of the tunnel. I see light. Shout out to Landon Roberts too. If y'all ain't catch that, man, that's from the interview the other day. Cause he said he don't see no light. He just be grinding. I see light. All right, my head's up. I be peeking. Yeah.
Ryan McPherson says saying Deke turned into Noriega over Naj.
That's what the Twitter folks saying about you, Deke. No,
maybe.
Deke said it ain't so, man.
I just know what I'm seeing out there. I know ball. And I think Jalen Warren's better for the offense.
Man, you gotta be careful with that one, Deke. Especially on X, man. It get real gangsta over there. Gotta be careful.
I think the difference is Noriega has been just blind heading on Pickett as Pickett has continued to progress and get better and put together game-winning drives, come up clutch, whatnot. I think that's been the difference here. Whereas Najee, I just see it on the TV. He's not as fast as what he used to be.
Noriega said the standard's the standard. That's what he said about quarterback play.
What?
He said standard. He's expecting 7. So he's like, if it's not 7, he just don't want it. Standard's the standard. That's his approach. I think that might be his exact words too, because he's like, yo, I want this franchise. So he's expecting 7. So all right.
I don't remember Noriega's takes in sevens last season, but was he calling for 7 to stay or not?
I don't remember that far back.
I
I do know what he's talking about right here, though. I'm like, I get that part. I don't remember that far. But I do remember this part, though, man.
I think Kenny's going to be our guy, man. He's going to be the franchise. I do.
Sure.
I'm not backing down from that, man. I know the first 2 weeks were a little bit rough for this season, but stay the course, man. I've seen too many good things from that guy. thus far with the Steelers tenure.
For sure.
And we just saw last night. I mean, I think it's only going up from here, man. Like this is just the start. Watch out, league. And here's the thing with the Steelers, we got to stay humble. We can't be doing what we did in the preseason. Like I think we are gonna go on a little run here. Like, yo, we just got to stay humble, man. Like remember what these first 2 weeks were like in the regular season. Don't get on social media. Don't listen to all these jackasses on NFL Network and ESPN and whatnot. Just stay humble.
Good luck.
Listen to me,
Good
not
luck.
them.
Good luck. Especially listen to Deke. Good luck. Good, because I know you gonna be hyped with him. You gonna be the main one.
Don't listen to us. That's I'm
Man.
gonna give my takes. Don't listen to us though.
For sure.
Please don't. Stay level-headed. Because you're only as good. I mean, you know this. You played in the league. You're only as good as your last game
seriously.
or next week, however you want to phrase it.
No.
Whatever you did, that's the past. What are you doing going forward?
No, facts, bro. Facts. Bro, I see it.
Cam Letson, been a minute, boys.
Mm-hmm.
Sick af right now and loving the pod like I used to. Is Adams just that good, or do Wallace and Papi not look that good a lot of the time?
A little bit of both. Devontae nice. Could we have been better on defense at times covering him? Yes. But Devontae is nice. So I do feel like a little bit of both. But hopefully, man, you get well soon. Okay? Definitely get well soon.
We got
Should be just like 3 left. Yeah.
Booman318 says, "Hey Moats, Deke finally got the lower room song. Dog shit pack. LOL. Ready for the stream tonight."
What you singing over there, man?
Yeah, there was. I was singing on a Madden stream. That's what it was. We got some dog shit packs. And I
Okay.
think I put together a little melody.
What? Okay.
I don't remember it at all.
Okay.
And that was not intended for the lower room or any other purposes outside of me just venting my frustration over EA
mixtape
packs.
on somebody else's label. He
I think it was kind of catchy. I'm not
You
gonna
dropped
lie.
a little, man, that's crazy.
I don't
yo.
remember it all. I mean,
We're gonna find this tape.
it was off the cuff.
We're gonna find the tape.
AJ Martinez says Sabotage 7. Yep.
Never forget.
AJ Martinez also gifted a Moats membership to Tyler from the 334.
Shout out AJ, continue to be a rock star, and Tyler from the 334. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed.
Nicholas Stevens, should Najee lose weight like Bo did?
I'm not against that. Just because Bill, year 1 to year 2, the body change made him a way better player, way more elite, way more explosive. So it doesn't hurt, because the knock on Najee right now is the fact that he looks sluggish. And if he looks sluggish, if you can't make yourself faster, make yourself lighter. And that's the alternative. So yeah, that's what I would consider. But I don't think it's the end of the world just yet, because Naj is still Naj. Naj's game is power. It's not predicated on speed. But I do think that's something that he should consider. So I like that. But now, Deke, it is the end of the show. So at least we did not forget this part. That today's show is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, the leaders in, the sports betting world. Safe, secure, reliable, all that awesome stuff. And on top of that, we got promo codes. When it's your first time rocking with DraftKings, you're going to need to download the app, and you're going to need to make that first deposit bonus, right? That first deposit. But whenever you do said thing, make sure it's at least $5. But more importantly, make sure you use the promo code Moats, so that way you can receive up to $200 in free bets. It's a dope concept, okay? Don't want to miss out on that. But we also understand, Deke, that people struggle with this thing called gambling, this thing called sports betting. Sometimes you can have a little bit too much fun. You get lost in the sauce. And when you get lost in the sauce, sometimes you need, some help. Sometimes you or someone has a gambling problem. They might got some crisis counseling, or maybe even be in need of referral services. Those located in New York have a specific number to text. But for everybody else, that number to call is 1-800-GAMBLER. I said 1-800-GAMBLER. I said you better go. And that will do it for today's show. So, man, we greatly appreciate each and every one of y'all that rocked with us today. It was a blast. Hopefully, y'all hit that like button on the back end of this thing. And don't forget to subscribe. But either way, you know we appreciate you. And Deke, until next time, baby.
Peace.